Welcome back to Run the Block. This is episode 28 titled Lair of God. Last episode, after a slight diversion to an Arasaka um, space facility, the group made it to Moon, specifically the city of Tycho, a city that is basically built into and under a crater on the moon, Tycho crater. Um, the group has kind of moved about the space and has kind of got their footing on this very new and very different um, locale. But they do have a few leads, um, and I believe the primary one of which is an old irradiated sector of sub-basements of one of the apartment facilities. Um, there's also documentation that the individual known as Hanzai Atomi, also known as God, appears to have been force moved, as all of the evacuated individuals in that subsection were sent to a different apartment complex or apartment structure. And yeah, the original one is listed here, and the one that he was sent to here. Um, there were some questions that were asked, and I want to make sure that we kind of make sure that those answers are kind of on the docket, um, just so it is kind of known the kind of points of egress. We had mentioned last time that entry from upper levels to the sub levels will be a problem unless you can get clearance. Sounds like the Militech law enforcers on site here are interested in working with you. You'd also note too that there is a connection to the apartments in the sub basement to the ice mines. The ice mines of Tycho are kind of a very densely packed area filled with uh, water um, that has kind of crystallized inside of this subterranean section of the moon. The presumption is that whatever crashed here to create the Tycho crater in prehistory um, created a circumstance where frozen water pooled and then obviously froze in a space underneath the crater. Access to those mines is multifaceted. The main place you'll be able to kind of get into that will be either the main gallery or the Museum of Space Colonization, which both have avenues into the ice mines for just doing what you want inside of the ice mines in the case of the gallery, and kind of more historical context for the museum. With that, there was one other connector to it, which was main business district has underground subway tunnels that would go to the apartments, and the one obviously to that section um, has been diverted. So there are effectively two tunnels, one that's been basically built out of the other to a higher section of the apartment complex building. I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves what you'd like to do next, and also if you have any questions, I'm right here.
Where did we leave off with our parties split? I know I was with the captain. I can't recall the guy's name. I apologize. Of the local sort of Militech police.
Yeah,
I think
and then some
Squints was
people,
off on a tour.
yeah, and then some people went shopping. Um, so yeah, again, there was a bit of a split, but I assume that the kind of recongregation will be at the hotels that have been secured um, for your stay here. Um, and I guess that would come to, I think we discussed this last time, but I just want to double make sure. The Tycho West and Tycho North facilities here, Tycho West, here, Tycho North. both have apartments that can be kind of granted to Arasaka employees, especially of Akitsu's pedigree. So, would you like to be at west or north? I think we discussed it last time, but it's been weeks.
Uh, I don't remember what we had decided on.
So yeah, again, it's your call. If anybody wants to weigh in on their preferences here, that would be.
I don't recall it coming up whatsoever. Are there accommodations that would benefit from being outside the crater, which is what West appears to be?
So you would basically have kind of like a level of anonymity. People who are net runners probably won't be able to easily kind of get into or information or presence there. You've already made a display of yourselves in the area. Obviously, not like a genuinely like massive one. Probably not the case that a lot of people are aware or even care about your presence on the moon. You're tourists, so many ways. Um, so if someone was looking out for you, they're probably going to be more readily able to find you if you are on north. If you are on west, you are protected not only by Arasaka, but also I think it's ESA, European Space Word that means like group. It's either agency or
Association.
it might be. I don't know. It might be O or it might be organization. Yeah. So that place, and then also you're far away from everything and kind of on your own grid.
That
Um,
does sound appealing.
Yeah, I like hiding.
yeah, let's go with West.
Okay. Great. So yeah,
Ultimately, her call.
you'd be having this discussion, kind of like getting together and explaining, like what you did and what you were able to kind of suss out in the time that you were here, and then from there, I would assume that you're in like a suite, right? Like so, there's like independent bedrooms and like one main common room. So as you
That
do.
seems right.
I guess Kincaid would sort of pore over what information the Militech police could have handed over to him. Cat's breaking a green screen something hard. It was very funny. Uh, it's back now. Um,
Well, we know that Atomi's either in building 3 or 5.
I had requested hazmat or other radiation suits. Is that right?
Yeah, you've got them. They'll be delivered kind of fully pressed and perfectly new in their sealed bags at the front desk.
And we're aware of an entry into that subterranean area either through building 3 or through the ice cave.
Um, through yeah, there's also the building 3 connection, but there was also the main business district connection. So like the main business district is where all the shopping's done. It has a direct
Yeah.
connect to each of the apartment buildings, but because of the irradiation, the direct connect that was originally to the God's apartment was subterranean on like the I think it was the 12th floor. Because of the radiation, they basically instead of like carving a new path, they shut off half of it and then basically dug upwards to about a 3-story depth, and then basically connected it to the apartment at the third sub basement where it's not irradiated. So if you go through the train tunnel from the main business district to that apartment building, you just kind of get through the diversion and kind of make your way through the closed tunnel. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. Everybody else on board with understanding?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do we want to
What do we?
do we want to divide up our efforts in any way in the off chance that this is a red herring and it's just a dangerous irradiated basement?
I believe we already discussed that. Akitsu and a team are going to the building in the north, and then I forget who all was going to check out the irradiated area.
Pretty sure Kincaid and Squints for sure were on that department. And I think that Leo had mentioned he wanted to be just in case there is a net runner down there to deal with.
Sounds right.
But I'm not forcing
Kitsu has a net runner with her, correct?
Yes, Kitsu has a net 2.
Okay, 2 net runners and the large fella.
The bodyguard, yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds like a bunch of mocks as well.
I realized I never messaged you about that other program.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're just going to ad hoc it. So the DV on it for you is going to be an 8, just like I said. And you hit it, you basically are. It's not going to physically pop the shard, but it'll basically like terminate the connection between the shard and the dulled person.
Okay.
So,
Could I reach out to the Militech PD and request that they shut down or at least heavily monitor the other point of egress from that building?
yeah, Eric Warder will basically say, absolutely not a problem. We can delay all carts out that way. Not a problem. And we can divert them through a different apartment building. Because, again, it's like a web of end cart system underneath. Direct connects from pretty much every point.
If possible, I'd like careful monitoring of who takes that passage.
Got it. And you got the suits okay?
And if those are the only ways that we can consider, yeah, I'd take Squints and Leo and whoever else wants to into the irradiated not subterranean,
Sub-basement.
sublunarian.
Sublunar.
We're gonna go glow.
Not if not if these suits have anything to say about it.
So,
But just in case we have guns.
a quick note too. So there are 2 options for you here. The irradiation suits come in 2 formats. You can either have them be their own independent suit that they wear. They add no problems to your movement or anything. They are just an exterior shell to your clothing. So if you're wearing no armor jack to heavy armor jack, nothing's going to functionally change. Or you take that spacesuit that you got and shove the irradiated suit into it. It has its own kind of like interior lining that it would be placed in. Also, spacesuits are kind of irradiation detectors as well, nature of space. But you will be wearing a spacesuit, so that will have all of the benefits and not benefits that that would entail.
That was basically flak armor, right?
Yeah, it's heavy shit. So you're going to be kind of clunking around unless you're trained to do it.
I'll swap my suit out.
Okay, so you're gonna go on to be in a spacesuit, or you're gonna just be wearing it overall?
I'll just wear the radiation suit because I still have my bodyweight suit, so I'm fine.
Yeah, it'll go. It can basically slip on over that, so you'll be wearing kind of like a coverall. Cool.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then
I'd hate to lose oxygen somehow. I'll take the spacesuit.
Okay.
I'm gonna regret it.
What about you, Squints?
I'm going the irradiation suit.
Okay, just slapping it on over top of you. Well, at least one of you will
Yep.
survive to live to tell the tale, just in case anything happens. Again, it's
How sturdy is it?
the tunnel.
The suit itself.
Oh, it's sturdy.
Alright, which suit?
The irradiated.
Are you
the
asking about?
irradiation suit, the one that I got.
Not at all.
It's just a layer over your armor.
Yeah. Basically, the best way you can kind of imagine it in your head is: have you ever felt Kevlar?
Yeah.
Like, like a thin sheet of Kevlar. It's kind of got like a bendableness to it. So think
Yeah.
of that, but in like a suit. You're effectively wearing a thin layer of Kevlar mesh. That's
But we're gonna be inside though, to where there's at least
Redline.
atmosphere.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be in a tunnel where oxygen flows for sure.
I'm just trying to think of what Squints would do here. So if I do the radiation suit, I can use all my weapons and stuff. If I do the space suit, I can only have my pistol in one hand, right?
Well, yeah, you can carry whatever you want.
But I can't like open up my rocket arm or anything like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. No, you're inside of a sealed suit.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
Would
I'm
he be
just
able to
gonna.
do that with the?
you seal it off at the arm.
Would he be able to do that with the radiation suit anyway?
Yeah, the radiation suit would be
It'll just
fine.
rip it.
No. It's a sleeve. It's a glove and a sleeve that
Okay.
has a button, so you just rip it down.
There's a 5-second rule to radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You can roll up your
just
sleeve for a couple seconds at a time,
Alright.
and nothing gets in.
It's a,
doing that.
exactly.
Plus,
There-
I have a
you-
mechanical arm anyway, so it's fine.
You know physics. Yeah, the 5-second rule's real, right? I mean, we have a scientist in the room with us right now. They can tell us that that's true. The thing that
You
we
don't
just made
want to
up.
know the answer.
I don't.
Everything is good in
I guess
moderation.
no.
So let's go.
Right on. Okay, so for the others, I just want to make sure that they're both going and the crew's going with them. Is there anybody in team? We have a lot of sidekicks that you would like to divert to being with Operation Tunnels Rats, or is there any kind of like parity there? Like, is it the whole crew, like all the Arasakas and all the Mox, or are some of the Arasakas going, some of the Mox? What's the play?
It's a good question. I think we can split some of the Arasaka and the Mox up. So I don't remember how many of whoever was there though. So I don't know how to.
Sure. So it would be you've got 3, but one's not physically there, and then Zach Switch has a total of 4 compatriots who are physically there, and then sorry, you have 3 that are physically there because there's also the new one who I never made it to,
And
but I got it.
how many spare peoples are we looking to allocate?
Zach.
We're going down to the tunnel with 3, right?
Currently,
Or
there are
4.
3 that are going down to the tunnel.
Right. So if we split 9, 3, 3 of them go over.
Okay, so Collar.
I'll send Pitch and Miranda,
Collar
and
push.
I'll keep Elsie and Collar.
Oh, you're keeping Elsie and Collar.
If
Okay,
you
cool,
want to
cool.
send one,
I see what
Lark.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Because if
That makes sense.
if we send 3 from here to there, that evens the teams.
So, are you sending the new girl with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Haven't gotten a chance to know her very well, so if they all die, you will have less of a actual concern there. That's good. Like to hear that. Okay.
It's Cyberpunk.
Yeah, damn right. I have a baby cat sitting on my mouse right now. Okay, so I've got the team set up. Regarding kind of entry, we've had a discussion as to how the suits are being worn. But I do want to check into, is there any other kind of gear, anything that you have in mind that you want to make sure is on you? Make sure to go into your sheet and equip what's equipped and carry what's carried. Everything else, just leave it behind. And for the Arasaka team, heading up to another place, I'm assuming you're not changing too much of what you're kind of just casual wears, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Are you changing anything about what you're carrying or taking with you to the apartments when you're going to check and see if Atomi is at the new location where he was said to have supposed to have moved?
No, but I do want to make sure Toshiro does have my Wakazashi on him.
Does.
Good.
Okay. So we'll start with the crew heading into the tunnels. You prepare, you gather yourself up, you head with Militech police access to the main kind of shopping venue. From there, you descend down to the subways. You can see that the work of the security detail has been put into effort. Order has had the tunnel heading to that apartment facility. It has been shut down entirely. It will be closed for the better part of 2 hours, he says, and all traffic will be rediverted to other locations. The only window he can give you without corporate interference. He will give you basically or access to rather a maintenance car, which is basically like if you think about old timey railroads, like they have those little carts that they stand on and they do the back and forth and it goes down the railroad track.
Hand cars.
Hand cars. There's the word. You're effectively given one of those that will allow you to kind of move back, forward, and even through into the closed section with proper switching.
I tell you, that's the most thrilling part of being on the moon.
The hand car.
Yes. Are you kidding?
I wish I had Donkey Kong music on standby, like minecart shit. That'd be awesome.
That is good music.
So you make your way.
Missed opportunity.
Huh? What did you say?
Missed opportunity.
Oh, missed opportunity. Yeah. Again, it's me failing.
I'm putting it on for me.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to visit any one of a number of musical sites, but you'll make your way down the tunnelway. I want to ask the group before we kind of like move into the part where you hit the switch. What are you on alert for? What are you paying attention to? What are you keeping an eye out for? Is there anything in particular you are seeking as you're making your way into the tunnelway towards this quarantined area, this closed area?
I am looking for defenses, whether it's cameras or turrets or anything electronic like that.
Okay. And what were you
I
saying?
would help with that. Cameras and stuff, so sensors and stuff, so we'd have 2 on that. So he has advantage.
Engage.
I was also going to say cameras, but also tripwires and sudden movements.
Okay.
Because this is supposed to be empty.
Defenses, generally. Okay, absolutely perfect. So 2 of you can help, and then 1 of you can be the primary perceiver. So whoever has the best perception should be the lead on. Despite the order being
13.
plus 13 for Daniel.
Plus 14.
Pretty close. What do we got with eyeballs over there?
He's got 13.
Oh yeah, squids ought to be good.
Level 6, base 13.
It's going to be Kincaid.
We're all very close, though.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll out of me?
So you're going to roll, and you're going to add plus 2 to your roll because you have 2 people helping you. And then, of course, before the roll is made, you are welcome to spend any amount of luck.
I'm gonna give 2.
2 luck. No, you can't give 2. You can only give 1 if you chip.
Oh, I give 1. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give 1 then.
Okay.
Anyone else? Sounds like your bonus to be a total of plus 4. And please deduct your lucks for those that spent. And then Kincaid, when you spend luck for yourself, right when you pop up that pop-up, there should be a slot for you to put that luck in for you. Don't put their luck in there because it'll discount yours.
Additional mods. Here we go. So plus 3 total.
Plus 4 total.
Plus 4 total.
Yep, and then if you want to spend luck of your own, you'll just put it in that luck slot on the pop-up.
Luck line.
Yep.
I'll hold on to mine.
Okay, cool.
I think that's a lot.
Hit it.
Or I hit confirm. Here we go. 26
Ooh, good
total.
roll.
Very,
Good roll.
Very good. So, what this is going to alert you to a fact, and I want you to think of this in the most time crisis-y way that you can. And I mean that very, very
Go ahead and
hilarious.
mute my Donkey Kong music. so I can focus because I was having a fit. Sorry,
think-
continue.
No, it's
Could
totally
not
fine.
find the volume appropriate for that.
I totally get it. That's literally most of my trouble with the audio on my side. But anyways, think of this in the most time crisisy way possible. You're flying across the way. It's cinematic as hell. You're not going super fast. You've got one person on the the accelerator. You've got everybody else kind of keeping an eye out, and everyone's kind of focused. You spot something up ahead, which appears to be some sort of surveillance system that is operational. And you're pretty sure you catch it before it catches you. It kind of like zooms in on Kincaid's face as he's like over there and points. And then when you kind of all kind of focus in, what is your first response? Like literally just like line item number one. What's your beat reaction to seeing such a system?
Big sleep.
Okay, go ahead and roll a DV.
Oh gosh, how do I roll things again?
Sufficient?
I did it.
Okay. Yeah, you see it kind of drop, like the camera head kind of like dips down. In kind of that moment after, the virtuality scan shows that there does appear to be net architectures pop throughout here. For you, it is at once the most disgusting, but also the most beautiful thing that you believe you have ever seen. In a virtuality, when something has a net architecture attached to it, it kind of shows in the virtuality like a cube or other shape, usually cube though, um, floating about where the electronic or the device is for where that's at. It's an indicator. Virtualities a revolutionary advancement back in the 2040s. Net architecture first put online. You see it, but you also see hundreds of other ones. It's like a lattice of net architectures. You know the metal bismuth? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I'm aware of it.
Well, you know how
the way it from crystal.
it kind of cracks outwards in like geometrical looking shapes. It almost looks like it was like intentionally
Okay,
sculpted in that way.
The weird concentric squares
Yeah.
and its pillars. Yeah.
It's like that, but they're net architectures that are compiling together to make this shape in virtuality. And what you're realizing is they're all basically superficial, almost as if they were placed here by someone with a lot of money and a lot of time for software to basically create this lattice inside of this space. And it goes all the way down the tunnel.
Sweet.
Maintaining that same vigilance, looking out for things, right? Only you, Leon, or Leo, can roll this next one. I need a perception roll from you because you are looking in the virtuality space and you are trying to find net architectures that are real and hostile.
Now I'll give him a luck.
Yeah. Way to save it. That's smart. Got plus one luck. Anybody else want to throw in a luck?
Yeah, I will too.
I use one of my own as well.
Roll it.
Trying to see where you add the bonus.
There's a line about halfway down. It's a 0 that's grayed out. You just type in plus. It's not the most intuitive thing to track down.
It doesn't look like it's a fillable, but it is.
Right.
I gotcha.
I believe every time I've said that to somebody who's looked at that pop up, they catch it right away because yeah, it comes up gray. It doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
Ooh,
Damn,
nice roll.
Very good.
we're getting over 20s here on the regular. Okay, so we love that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, well, we're Team Death Wish. We need it.
Yeah. Who cares if the other guys
We're
fuck
Team
up?
Radiation Hole.
Yeah. This suddenly became Running Man and Fallout all at the same time. But you would be able to kind of notice there's a pattern, despite it looking just like again, it looks very ornately constructed, but at the same time, it also looks chaotic and like it was just hapdashery kind of like thrown together, smashed together. But you see that there's a pattern. Some of these smaller ones appear to be all kind of interconnected in a way that seems to kind of insmollinate. No, that's not a word.
It's perfectly cromulent.
It's perfectly cromulent.
Sorry.
It funnels. It seems to funnel. Like it was larger at the beginning at the access point in the initial, and then just very superficially has basically started to kind of gradiate downwards. And there's just one tunnel of that that seems to be the case. You would see one net architecture that's live, and as you're kind of moving past it, or if you want to have them stop, that works too. But if you want to connect to it, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. I just need to know whether or not you want to connect to the live net architecture that you see.
No, I'm good to just keep going.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Moving through the space, you're able to kind of detect these cameras as they come along. And activations of Big Sleep are not going to be terribly important narratively, so you're just kind of popping the cameras down and turning them off, hoping that this keeps you silent and stealthy moving forward. You ride the train out to the end of the line, unless you're doing something else based on what I've described so far. Is there anything else that you'd like to look out for? Get into the station is the important part. Okay.
Are we underground yet?
Oh yeah, you've been underground the whole time.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to confirm we're underground. We're nearing the building itself.
Yeah, what I would say is
The
it's
end of
like
the line.
when you started actually like paying attention, and we're kind of told to start paying attention for realsies, is when you break away from the new track and go down the old track. Um, and in that process, it seems like this is where like the honeycomb of net architectures and the cameras seem to be set up. There are no turret systems, there are no guns or anything crazy. You make it to the station. The only thing that you are certain of is the camera didn't spot you because you turned them off each time, and there was a very strange lattice of net architectures that has this almost like it's almost like an intestine. Like I guess is the best way to kind of describe it. It kind of like squeezes down towards the end.
Cornucopia.
Yeah, like a cornucopia, but yeah, the
Something not so gross.
fair enough. You make it to the train station. This appears to be similar to the one back where you came from, except smaller, kind of a bit more diminutive, with less kind of uh, uh, my brain's not working. Less places where you would load up on the train. Um, Inside of this space, you would see that one of the walls of this space has been completely blown out. It looks like it's been kind of just hit by very, very heavy, high explosives. And then there is the access doors, several of them, and elevators that lead to the apartment structure proper. The wall that's blown out looks like it's multi-layered, like there was a wall built over another wall. Um, and from what you can tell, it looks like the interior walls were heavily armored, and whatever blew them up. Like it succeeded, like bunker busted. Any questions about the environs? And if not, would you like to
And
move to either door?
can does it look like the explosion's coming in out of the tunnels or into the tunnels?
It looks like the explosion happened inside of the station. And when you kind of look up at the ceiling, you can see this very strange kind of remnant where it looks like uh, something came through the ceiling. Something came through the ceiling of the structure, and above that, the actual like cavernous piece of the structure looks like it's kind of caved in on itself in a very odd and lopsided way, almost as if something came through the space at an angle and hit just here.
Would this be the cause of the radiation, essentially?
Great question. I would say roll science, and physics would be what I need you to roll. get a certainty, but otherwise you're going to be kind of just like you said. I'm not sure if that's the case or not.
The hell is that?
You know what's funny about that bismuth picture you posted in the Discord, Zach?
Sure.
If you look kind of dead center, like a little below dead center of the circle of the thing, there's a letter G. I just noticed it on
Yeah,
the
for bismuth.
You said roll what?
He said science, but that's not a skill.
Yeah. And then he said physics.
Oh, sorry.
Education?
Hold on. It is a skill for realsies. Hold on. Bear with me here. It's a skill you have to take to be on your sheet. So go ahead and just roll intelligence since you don't have it.
What skill are you talking about?
Science, parentheses, physics. Yeah, so you're not
I don't
sure.
know crap.
Science is a skill like play instrument or martial arts, where you take subsets of it, and you don't have it if you don't take it.
I don't
Does
remember that
any
ever.
character in your entire world have it? Player
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I don't remember who,
Very
but
well.
I know for sure I was actually having to design shit for the science. Oh, it was D, the Artsy's character or Artie's character. They had science biology, and they took the perk at the time, which gave you an additional IP equal to twice your rank in science whenever you gained IP.
Would deduction help?
No. You would know that some sort of device came in here and blew it up, like a missile. But you're
Okay.
going to have a layman's perception as to whether or not that is the source of the radiation or not. There is no way you're going to be able to confirm that fact unless you are scientifically minded.
Okay.
Okay.
Hole in the wall or doors to the apartment.
I think we
They
want the
wouldn't
door
have
to the
any.
apartment.
They wouldn't have included, say, a Geiger counter with these suits or something
The suit
thoughtful
would.
like that.
I think the suit would have a Geiger counter just because of its purpose. In obviously, you have to kind of. You're wearing just the suit, not a spacesuit. Pull the hood up and kind of cinch everything. So yeah, I would say it'd have a Geiger counter, and I would say at this moment it's probably at a level that would be kind of not good but not deadly.
Just slightly concerning.
Slightly concerning. Yeah, since I don't know how a Geiger counter actually rates things, we're just gonna have like a smiling face chart as to whether or not. Yeah, it's gonna be either
I appreciate that.
or levels of radiation. Okay. So apartments is what I heard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Cutting from you guys, we're gonna go to the other side of the world. Um, Akitsu, you and the crew are heading to the apartments. What's the plan?
The plan. That's a good question.
Yeah, feel free to hash it out with Zach, and if you guys have any, words in edgewise, otherwise, let's see what we got.
Yeah. What do you have any ideas, Zach?
Oh no, no, nothing, nothing. I was really hoping you were just gonna like launch into an
Oh,
idea, and I was
okay.
gonna be able to like.
Piggyback off of that shit and just be like, yeah, no,
Well,
that's what I was
More of
thinking.
a hype
um,
man.
You know.
More of a
I
hype.
think
Right.
a first step would be to have netrunners see if they can lock into the building's accesses
Hmm.
and see if there's anything we can see or any activity that we might be able to note. Obviously, G does quite a few things, especially centered around the room that we know may or may not be theirs. I believe we had a room number, correct?
Yeah, both apartments.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I think that's the first step would be to do basically digital intel. And then from there, I say we split a little bit just to move up in different stairwells, elevators, whatever have you. and come at the apartment from like different directions, just in case. Just in case. I don't know. That's what. If you've got anything else to add, that'd be great.
You have 3 people with you, right? And my 2, so we
2
have
and
a
1 in the
group of
gear.
7, right?
Yeah, yeah. I have 2 physical people, don't I? And then one that's not physically there.
Correct.
Yes. So I have a net runner that is not actually physically there, and then I've got my 2 typical bodyguards.
Yeah.
Perfect then.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm on board, 100%. Just
Alright.
keep comms open, and let me know when you want me to strike the other side.
The 4th person that came with you in the scary tunnel was the additional team member that Akitsu gained for Arasaka team. That was basically a special operative.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, shall we?
Okay. So what the Netrunner will basically tell you, or explain to you, is that the net architectures here are so generically corporate. It's actually maddening to her. And you get in kind of a bit of like opinion from
Kamiko.
no. Sorry, my brain is right there. It's from Mifune, and he states
Oh.
that this could be the case if someone were trying to make it appear this is the way it's supposed to be. Because normally with like especially in an apartment building, net architectures will create pockets or bubbles or kind of like these very simple like, you know, partitions where
Mhm.
basically people are trying to have a semblance of privacy even though it's really stupid in a cyberpunk age. Net runners are going to get your shit regardless. But
But
yeah,
this one's just clean, clean.
clean. Like corporate just installed it last Wednesday, right? That kind of shit. And that's for Mifune. Mifune is saying that that could be a sign that like this is fake. This is a facade. Kumiko is like, no, I've seen places like this, especially in Japan. Like some people just don't care and will leave everything out on the main corporate lines. It's not a problem. Mifune is kind of like, I've been around for decades and I know people got weird tastes and they want any way they can to try and partition it away from other people's thoughts and eyes. So, um, you can ask them to continue to investigate that further or deeper, but that's
Yes,
basically
I would like him to. Yes.
okay. So Mifune will kind of focus in on that. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
A D10. Trying to remember where the freaking die roll is. Oh, it's at the bottom right.
Hmm?
D10. Roll.
Roll a
There you
couple. It's fine.
go. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Got an
So
11.
first one was a 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says it's probably going to take him the better part of a few hours to kind of get an idea of what might be wrong here. Um, do you want to wait for him to kind of like get a full assessment of the net architectures in this apartment, or do you want to move without that assessment?
Zach, do you have a preference?
No.
Mm. I say we wait half the time.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't delay us too much.
Okay. Since we're still temporally within kind of the same ballpark as to where the other crew is at, we'll step forward with yours just one more step. Once it comes to
Mhm.
that time frame, do you wish to make a move?
And that's when
Uh,
Switch over the comms goes, we doing anything or we fucking leaving? What's happening?
why don't we head upstairs now?
The reason why it actually turned to halftime was Mock's impatience. Love that, love that. Okay, so you head up to the apartment. During the process of making your way to the apartment, what you'll notice about this complex is it is so fucking clean. It is obnoxiously clean. As a Mox who lives in an apartment in Night City, this is the cleanest. This doesn't like there's no space in Night City that you have ever been in that is this clean. The space shuttle over here wasn't this fucking clean. Like this is the clean. This is possibly the cleanest place you've ever seen. Period. The hallways are long. They're kind of like a very strange shade of like dark blue with like highlights of blue and red and color lights like on the predators and like above. It just has a very sterile feel to it. And you make your way to the apartment number, which again, not terribly important. You arrive at the door. How would you like?
I will. Is there a way we can just open the door without knocking? Like, is that a capability that Kamiko maybe has, or?
Kamiko can attempt it. Go ahead, and you rolled me a second d20 already. That was the 9. Go ahead.
That was a
Collar
10.
also has gorilla arms.
Okay. Um, Perfect. So I'm gonna say that Kamiko kind of like drops down to her knee, throws her cyber deck open, and starts to kind of go for it. Collar just walks over and like slides her fingers in and just and like pulls the door open. Um, and then kind of does one of those like mock curtsies and like gesture towards the door to Akitsu.
Okay. I'll have Toshiro lead me in.
Okay. The Mox crew kind of takes a very defensive posture too, and start moving with a little bit more tactics, specifically Collar. She pulls out her pistol and kind of is checking corners, moving into the space very cleanly. Um, First sight that you kind of notice in this space is that there's no furniture in the main room, other than furniture that's kind of built into the structure, such as kind of like a wraparound couch on one corner of the room that appears to have its kind of padding, and in the center of it is like a brain dance computer slash like television screen. If you played the video game, it's like that big weird thing that kind of hangs from the ceilings in apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Um, but
Camera?
nobody else, or no signs of people here. Front room.
What about cameras?
None.
None.
None visible.
All right. What rooms are there off of this?
There appears to be some sort of office or kind of like workshop. There appears to be a bathroom, and the main room, it appears to have a bed attached to it, which is kind of inserted into the wall. Um, Not long ways though, like you would go in head first or feet first kind of situation, kind of like a pod hotel or whatever.
Well, let's check the smaller rooms. I'll
Okay.
have Toshiro check the, you said the office. So
Yeah.
let's try that.
Slides the door open. Simple button press access. Steps into the space. There is a work table. Looks like it's very simple, made out of metal, with kind of surface that's scarred with burning and kind of like tool marks. It looks as though the metal exposed to the air has had enough time of just present without cleaning or anything to kind of show a bit of signs of rust on its surface, especially around the edges, of course. Um, there's nothing sitting on the table. However, on the floor near the table is what appears to be a picture frame laying face down, and there are pieces of glass kind of around it. Um, there is a series of cupboards. Best way to describe it. Not exactly what I'm thinking mentally. More metal, kind of like locker setups behind the workshop and next to the door that you entered in. And inside of these locker spots, it looks like all of the doors have been left open to some varying degree. And it looks like a lot of materials were kind of taken out. And there are bits of like wiring and junk, like computer junk. You ever had a person who's really into computers, like bits and
Yeah.
bobbles everywhere? Uh, Imagine if somebody dragged a bunch of that shit out of a locker and wasn't so focused on all of the things that were hitting the ground. It looks like that. Um, and yeah, that's about right. Um, what would you like to check out?
I mean, we could check the bathroom real quick if we needed to, just to make sure we're covering all of
Yeah,
our.
the Mox will go check the bathroom.
Okay. The bathroom has a smart mirror. So smart mirror basically displays the individual on it um, through camera setup instead of having like an actual face mirror. They utilize cameras to kind of relay what's in front of it. Um, Make a basic tech roll, which you're pretty smart, Emperor. I think you kind of have an idea of some of the naughtinesses that can happen around these mirrors.
Oh, you just want a basic tech.
Yeah, from a basic bitch. Okay, so you're not terribly familiar with the structures they're in. Um, like, it's not really something that you think about. But when you walk up to it, it kind of goes live. So there's power. There's power in this space, and shows your face.
Does the face say anything as I approach, or does it just come on screen?
No, it's like your reflection.
Oh, okay. Um, but this is a smart
Yeah, smart
mirror.
mirror.
You said?
Instead of being like an actual piece of glass or metal, like
Yeah.
It's like looking at your selfie camera on your phone.
yeah, it's like doing one of these bad boys, right? Like you're like, oh, checking out.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Twitch will shout back to the one of the net runners. Hey, I don't know if you net runners can hack this thing. Do these things capture footage?
Huh? And Kumiko will come back in and go, in a limited sense, it would have to have been set up for that. And you see her kind of like move to the side of the mirror. It's kind of like, where it's connected with the wall. Kind of tap a bit and go. And then we'll ask you or one of your affiliates to kind of break the wall a bit. It's kind of like a plaster structure, drywall, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And upon breaking it open, you'd see that there's apparently something aftermarket attached to the camera. Were you around for Lady who almost got blown up by a data term?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, very similar setup and very similar setup in its entirety. Looks like the memory selection is kind of connected to the mirror, and it appears that it has a stick of C6 attached to a flat fire if it's tampered with.
Well, that
Oh.
seems like a end of the line kind of a setup, doesn't it?
Pausing from
Looking at the
here,
net runner.
and she's kind of nodding back at you, like backing out of the fucking bathroom. But we're gonna cut from there, and we're gonna go back to the space. You enter into the apartment area, and you maneuver through the space. The exact opposite. The things that I were telling them about how clean and fucking nice the apartment that they were in, your apartment is a shithole. It looks like people literally on their way out were like just stopping and shitting on the floor. There's blood kind of speckled on the walls. There's trash everywhere. It looks like people like were living in filth prior to whatever happened here. But just inside of the space, in that kind of initial spot, there does appear to be a small side room that looks like it is kind of guest services. The door is shut, like not the door, rather the window is shut with like a metal solid divider. And there does appear to be a door on the side that would go into that small room, but it looks like it's been shut as well, pretty solidly, and like any window kind of in the middle portion looks like it's been um, sealed with some sort of security measure.
Does the garbage in our immediate area, does it look recent?
No, no, it looks old. Like you're seeing some logos for like all foods, like takeout shit that you haven't seen in a while. And it also looks like there's some old stuff that you heard about, like when you were younger, like that they had like in the 50s and 60s. So not that much younger. You've always had kind of the cool police guy thing going, but like like some brands that you heard about being on the moon or being in colonies by the ESO that you never got to try that are kind of all over the floor here, remnant.
There's like
Perfect time to try it.
No, 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 no.
Star Wars Episode 1 Pepsi cans.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's Pepsi Crystal.
Oh shit.
You're like, I wish I'd gotten one of those.
A sealed one.
You're like,
Can I
sir.
try to break into the guest services room?
Yeah. So go ahead and make a either pick lock or no, it's going to be pick lock regardless. Or you can physically force the door, which is going to require basic tech roll. The basic tech DV is very high. The pick lock not so high. So if you're comfy with your pick lock, go with that.
I got a base
I can
10.
do it. I'll do it.
You gonna do it? Go for it, man.
My
I gotta say,
cat,
both of you are pretty good at
my cat
picking
decided we're going back to 4 players. Hold on a second here. There we go. Thanks, cat. Stupid idiot. You're ruining the stream.
Ooh, nice, dude.
All right, well, going gangbusters here with the dice rolls on
And
team
this won't fall off.
on the team tunnel squad.
This well will not dry up.
Dice are gonna be hot all night, baby. Yeah, you break into the guest services kind of area, and inside you'd also see it appears that this doubles as like a security station for this floor, and it looks like the kind of station that would be like the workstation for the person. To the right of that, there's like a web of what appear to be like 6 monitors, kind of like like the Matrixy kind of like that, or like a security camera station, right? Like they're not active, but it does appear that there is the sound of power in this space. It just appears to not be kind of turned on in this room. Like nothing's turned on.
Let's turn it on.
I agree.
Okay. So, upon doing so, you would see that the camera systems, all 6 of them, appear to be off. And what you're realizing, Leo, by the numbers and kind of like in the corners that are kind of indicators or ID tags for the cameras, is that the 6 cameras that you just are like turned off and put to big sleep, those are these cameras. And if
Oh,
you
they only get turned off for a minute.
oh, then they are active, but you would recognize that they are for the tunnel. They appear to be in.
These look familiar.
You'd see signs of rerouting, so it looks like there might be cameras inside of this space that would have gone here. They have been these other cameras have been redirected. But
These don't look like much use.
These feeds have been duplicated to a different location. Clearly, nobody's been here for a decade at least.
It's a great question. I don't know.
yeah, if you had
What
to
else
make,
did you say was? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you had to make an assumption, what has happened here is that this hub was supposed to be like watching the cameras that are inside the apartment on this floor, but they look like they have had their feeds redirected from cameras that are outside. in the tunnel, which is corporate owned. The apartment is floor by floor is corporate owned. So it looks like someone has taken the pain and the measure to disconnect the corporation from those cameras and instead apply them to this net and specifically this terminal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Okay.
I think so.
I want to make sure. Um, and if you'd like to proceed into the apartments proper, there's really not much else in here other than a master key. Master key is kind of an older situation card. So cars, vehicles, like heavy machinery, sometimes doors, are operated by effectively an RFID inside of a piece of plastic the size of a credit card. Um, you see it in the video game when you're given the key to your car back from Jackie Wells. Um, it's one of those, very clearly labeled as skeleton key on the outside, and will serve as a master key for this apartment floor. You can open any apartment door.
Okay, so this is completely off subject, but I'm really proud of myself.
Okay.
I did this with an RFID.
I
I
can't see
made
it.
I
It is.
made it
It is blurring
I
out from
made
your
it
camera.
do this.
Nice.
Okay,
Isn't
now
that neat? I worked with RFID stuff this week. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Back to the game.
totally
So
awesome.
You get to carry the key.
yeah.
Because you know that, because you're the RFID expert. Here
with
you go,
with
buddy.
those electronic security.
Sweet.
Yeah. So a good point of order too. Go ahead and make me a electronic security roll, Squints.
Okay, that is under tab, electronic security, and roll.
Oh,
No.
it finally happened.
Okay.
Damn it, Choke.
So you're not sure how it works. You're pretty sure it's
I know
gonna
my
work.
place.
You're pretty sure you don't know how it works, but you're pretty sure you know it works.
I made the lights go.
He's like, check this out. I did this with RFIDs, and he has lights inside of his eyes that just go like,
It's around the goggles.
but they're going like anti-clockwise and clockwise, so like it's like the tassels.
They
Never mind.
just screwed up.
Yeah. But yeah, key in hand, you head into the apartment structure. Are you going directly for Hans Ayatomi's apartment, or is there anything else you wanted to try and do while you're doing this?
I would ask Leo if the net architecture seems to lead to any direction, or if that's too broad of a question.
Do I see anything like
Yeah,
bringing that architecture in there?
it's still in that weird latticey patterns, but it doesn't seem like there's any directionality. It seems that the funnel that I mentioned terminated at the security room.
Yeah, nothing's really standing out.
Then I suppose we head towards our lead, and I'm on high alert for, again, cameras, tripwires, sudden movement.
So inside of this space, like kind of as you're moving, you're not really able to see anything through the doors as far as net architectures go. When you get to that apartment building or apartment room, the one that he's supposed to be, it does appear that there are a series of connections kind of go out. But without entering into any of these net architectures, you're not really able to determine like which direction they would be going. You're not able to pathfind unless you're in a net architecture. So before you go into the apartment or after, I just need to know if you are interested in entering into one of the parts of the lattice here and trying to find a way and figuring out what its purpose is.
No, I was just more worried about like if I hop in there, just alerting him to our presence and how close we actually could be to him.
Yeah, it's possible that just shutting off the cameras might have alerted you to.
Alert him to something going on.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have seen
Could we
us.
maybe could we maybe find a way to just cut all power to his room or floor even
Yeah, you cut
and go
power.
dark?
You can cut power to the whole space if you want to. Problem is you don't know what the repercussions will be as far as power throughout the entirety of the apartment structure. Remember, half of the building, or like less than half of the building, or a good portion of it beneath, is kind of dead because of the irradiation. But everything above, still totally cool. It's you're not sure if you
There
can.
are people living above the surface, and
They don't need oxygen.
I'm real anxious about this whole oxygen situation.
Well,
I'm waiting for it.
what you would have been told is through the tunnels, the oxygen is actually there's no oxygen blower or anything. It's literally just runoff from the ice mines. So basically, as the ice is melting and they're kind of like utilizing it, the runoff of that is oxygen that moves through the tunnels.
So 5-second rule, cool.
Yeah, it's 5 second rule. I'm
Head off.
physics.
Yeah.
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 What I said is physically possible. It's just like Total Recall. When Mars' ice is melted, Mars is breathable again.
Yeah.
Right, Lark? Sorry.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's how science
We'll
works.
go with it. Yeah,
Movies don't
that is
lie.
a science.
As a
Yep.
as a sciencer myself, I can tell you.
Trust me, I'm a scientist.
Sciencer. Anyway, um, do you go in, or do you want to mess with the architecture before you go in?
No, I don't mess with it.
Then we're going in. How are we getting in through the door?
I respect it.
I'm not going in first.
Oh boy. I'm so ready to get shot again.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but you
remember
got
last
platform
time
around,
you
you're
went
good.
in first?
Yeah, I sure do. I was with my boys.
Yep.
You got black armor on, you're good.
Whew. I am ready. If Squints would stand to the side and
Oh, I know my way. We're doing this again. I
maybe
remember.
triple check the door for any kind of tripwire or anything
On the
wacky
outside,
like that.
doesn't appear to be anything.
Oh, that's a good deal. Well, Squints,
Send
if
the
you do
boys
the
back.
honors of scanning that card, I'll open the door.
Okay.
Gotcha. Scan that card.
Utilizing the master key, you open the door. The door slides open. Those of you that are not in a spacesuit, if you are in any way kind of like, well, your apparatus would also probably cover from it. There's definitely a vibe of the smell of death just visually in this space. It seems that there's this kind of sick pallor, almost like a brownish color that's kind of coated the entirety of the walls up to about 8 or 7 or so feet off the ground. And through this kind of this debris, this stuff all over the wall, you can see what look like streaks of someone like dragging their fingers through it. There's manic hand patterns all over the space. In some places, it's like a dark brown. In other spaces, it's this kind of like deep, ruddy, kind of burgundy color. But whatever it is, it's everywhere. This apartment is identical to the one I explained to the other people on the other side, the other apartment, with the exception of the filth. And inside of its bed space, the capsule bed, there appear to be someone in it. Additionally, on the outside of that capsule, just all over the floor, kind of near to it, there are these very strange looking devices seem to be connected to the bed pod. There are wires strung from point A to point B, wires across the ground that plug into outlets. It just seems to be a mess of all of these devices, but everything seems to be land connected, physically connected in space. And yeah, other than the guy inside and just everything all over the place, there are no signs of person.
With the handprints and like the markings on the walls. I just want to like slide the hilt of my knife against it just to see if it's like fresh. Like, does it leave a mark or does it not leave a mark? Like everything's dried.
It leaves a mark, but I would like to say that it's not that it's, as you're inspecting it, it's almost like a tar-like kind of like material. It's like a biological material that seems like it would probably be kind of like a level of gummy or viscous, no matter what age it is, right? So your vibe is that it's definitely been here for a long time. Whether it's been here for a decade, you can't be certain, but probably
Son of a bitch turned himself into a modem. I'm
That's
sweeping the
tough.
room as I step inside.
not. Okay. Yeah, checking every spot, checking into the bathroom, checking everywhere. The bathroom appears to be completely clogged. I know for a fact all of us have been to that, fast food restaurant or locale where something happened in the plumbing and people did not give a fuck and just kept on utilizing. That appears to what has happened. Appears to be what has happened here. It very much looks like the material in this space is absolutely horrific, but also shows like I don't know. There's like a sickness like that you're not like mentally
Down with.
that yeah you may or may not be down with. I don't know if you're into
Hmm.
probably not drugs.
Is there any movement from the pod? We're just aware there's somebody occupying it.
The whatever devices that are outside of it are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Occasionally, you'll see kind of like a draw or a drag on a pump, which is similar to what you might see in like an ICU. That kind of like either blood pump or like oxygen pump.
He's put himself on life support. Just sort
Um,
of piecemealed it together.
Is there a data term?
There is a data term connected to it, like a simple kind of access port. And if you look inside of the pod, everything on the outside, disgusting. Inside of the pod, perfectly clean, hermetically sealed. Guy inside appears to be dead, no breathing. Based on remnant that you kind of see here, this looks like an African American male who may have been somewhere in their 30s to 50s upon death. Um, Give me a oh gosh, what's the one? Um, the CSI one. there's there's a skill for CSI.
Forensics?
Forensic. Thank you so much.
It's not a skill that we have unless it's one of the sub-sciences.
Oh, it might be, but that's not what I'm looking for. There's one
Criminology?
that's the one I think I want. Yes, I'm gonna double make sure though.
But he doesn't fit the description of Hanzai told me that we know, right?
That's fair. Yeah.
If he's African American.
Hey, I don't assume it.
I'm not
We
not my
Gee,
place, but
dude.
that does not, I agree with you.
we would understand that Hanzai Atomi is a Japanese male that was somewhere in his 50s as well.
Was.
So far as your
Dead
picture,
now.
the picture that
Our assumption is he's in his 50s.
yeah, the picture he's
But
probably in
you
his,
want a criminology roll?
please.
21.
Okay. So what you would note is that this person doesn't look like they went into this pod willingly. Based on like just their positioning and the angle of them, it looks like they were put into this state very much against their will. You'd also notice that it looks like there are lacerations on their body. Looks like a lot of the biological material is basically rotted inside of them. Despite that, completely clean inside, it looks like a lot of cybernetics were installed into this person to kind of maintain um, core function, but those have since also faltered. Don't work. Despite the machines doing what they're doing, physical body inside of the box is not. And yet,
I only need his brain anyway.
the assessment that they are a modem is a fair assessment. Looking at it, like this was basically being a hard drive or like an extra server connected.
What are your guys' thoughts here?
You guys might want to cover your nose.
Oh, back it.
Uh, yeah, Kincaid's gonna do one more sweep over the pod itself before opening it.
Yeah, the connections appear to, like I said, go into the LAN connections for the subnet of the apartment. So it seems that this person is kind of tethered to all of the mini architectures. At the same time, they're connected to the data net above. This appears. Let me explain that one more time because I don't think I did a good job. For Leo, this seems to be the connection point. So all of those little things kind of come into the room and are connected to him, and then the subnet, he is like jacked into the actual apartment subnet.
Oh, I figured that. Yeah, he was like the linchpin here for it.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can find out where that connection is made? Track that without hacking into it? I know you're trepidatious, and I don't blame you.
I mean, it all appears right here, like where it goes from here back out. I can, I can get into it if you want.
I'll scan who the guy is, see if I can get an ID.
Sure. It appears to be someone from and they'll kind of come up in NUSA missing person reports. They appear to have been a minor kind of intern for I believe it's a governor. Yeah, not it probably won't be terribly important. If it does become so, I'll mention it. But a governor of one of the NUSA states. This is an intern for them that had gone missing back in 2063, correct.
He's been gone a minute.
How long has he been dead?
Give me a first aid or medicine or paramedic. Paramedic will be the best one.
I will attempt first aid.
Okay.
10.
Could be, I mean, again, just based on everything you're seeing, could be a year, could be 10 years, but definitely not within the last 10 months.
Okay. We weren't like just too late.
Right. And I'll say with that roll too, you would know that they are dead, but whatever these devices are outside, they are still doing what they are doing and keeping the neural link that's in his head working. For a neural link to process, it needs a brain, but it doesn't need a brain because of the storage power. It needs a brain because of the memory is just your exerting your will onto it. These devices have usurped that.
What do you want to do, Leo?
I mean, I say we just sever the connection, but why don't we? How does it work? Like sending messages here. Like we
You're
want to
fine.
message the other group and see what's going on.
Yeah, you're fine because the power's still on. You can still use the subnet and send your text messages, phone messages through the subnet attached to the apartment. We'll then send to the proper nets that they'll be attached to.
Is he not monitoring
I
the
would.
subnet?
That's the problem. But before severing anything here, we should probably at least see how the other group's doing.
Go ahead.
Right. Send a message to the other group and ask how it's going on their end.
Maybe
Say we found a lot of weird shit over here.
a few moments after that, something will happen that will be kind of like the pause your scene, move to the other one. But as you're waiting for a response, you would hear what appears to be an emergency klaxon coming from the train station. Again, isn't too far away from where you're at. It sounds like a kind of almost like a fire alarm. Cut from you, go back to the other group. There's a bomb in the mirror. And I've given you descriptions on everything. If there's anything else you'd like to kind of follow up on before we kind of engage with the bomb on the mirror, if there's anything in the apartment that you've been told about but want more details. That would be Lark and Zach if talking.
We went through everything in the bathroom. Did we go through everything in the office?
There was a. Good.
We didn't go through it. We observed it. There is a broken picture frame on the floor, and the place looks like he left in a hurry. It looks like he took whatever he could that was useful to him.
Okay, but what did he leave behind? I
A
guess other than the one picture frame, any papers or any
We didn't see any documents, did we? Everything
books,
was pretty
anything?
bare. It was just like just random tech, right?
Yeah, it's junk. Go ahead and give me a. This. Go ahead and give me a. We don't have an investigation, so give me. Is there?
Deduction?
Yeah, deduction.
Perception?
Perception.
Deduction?
Perception. Perception.
Okay. Boop a doop. How do I? There we
Oh.
go.
Wow, that was quick. I thought this was for tomorrow, but okay. We've been having some problems with our drain, so I got a thing of drains thing from the internet. I'll anyways, perception. Cool. So, Switch, you would notice that in the mix of junk on the ground in the office, there does appear to be what looks like a data shard. However, data shards have kind of like a plastic kind of covering over them. It looks like that's been kind of broken off, and it's just like the gutty works of the data shard. Um, Almost as if someone like stepped on it to break it, didn't really follow through.
Is there anything that Kumiko could do with this?
She will pick it up and say, being who has probably handled this, I wouldn't particularly want to slot it into my deck person right now. However, if you order it, I will do so. But I would advise against it.
It's best if you don't, but keep it on you. I would like to look at the photo.
Okay. Flipping over the photo, you would see a picture. It appears to be Hans Ayatomi, your father, and another man also present on the picture. The man doesn't look Japanese to you. He looks like he is like Chinese, I believe. And the face is familiar to you, but off the jump, you don't like know his name or recognize him precisely. You do recognize your dad, and you would also see that in the background of this image, you can see what you're pretty sure is your mother. In the kind of, it's like they're at a party or like a work function party, and people are kind of all sprawled about, and you would see three individuals like chumming it up for the camera, and your mom kind of in the background of the unrelated to the focus of.
Mifune, do you recognize this gentleman?
I can run it through records. Give me 1 second, and then he will pop back and say the name Zhu Huan, individual who works with Gang Tao. I believe that this meeting was a function in Singapore. Uh, three corporations came together to discuss negotiations regarding uh, Netwatch Ordinance and Pacific Ocean kind of net relays. What is what are they doing together here? Very interesting. Um, I know that Kang Tao was present, and Zhu Huan is a contemporary of your father as far as time in the company and level of pedigree. I yeah, that's about it.
I'm going to hand the photo over to Toshiro to stow away.
Yeah, he's gonna like kind of tear the frame off of it,
Mhm.
just because he doesn't want to have a big frame in his pocket. But when he does so, you would notice that in the kind of heavy processing of this, a old style physical metal key falls out and hits the ground. Metal key in question has a round head, very intricate looking series of teeth, and also kind of magnetic slots inside of the blade of the key that look like they're for the key function as well. And on the flat, the round of the key, there is a kanji, um, the kanji for the word duty. It's only on one side. It looks like it was very kind of like crudely carved in.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Is there anything in the room which this could be used on?
Great
I
question.
don't think.
Yeah, so far you haven't seen anything that seems to kind of connect to that. No.
Okay. I'm going to keep a lookout for anything that could be a locked item as we go to leave, I think.
Okay.
But as of right now, he is not here.
Accurate. Okay. Switch, do you have anything else that you want to kind of follow up on that's on the table?
I don't think so. I'm good.
Okay. Got back to the other group then. Klaxon sounds like a fire alarm of some sort coming from the train station proper. Um, you sent out your text. Oh, sorry, rewind. Rewind. You get a text, Akitsu, from Team Tunnel Rat. And what does the text say?
How's it going over there?
How's it going over
I've
there?
seen some weird shit over here.
Doing some weird shit over here.
Mm.
Miko would bring it to your attention because I'm assuming that you just texted the runner instead. But yeah.
Tell them whoever was here left in a hurry, but we have found a photo identifying Hansai, so it's likely he was here.
You want me to send anything else? I'll send images as well if you.
Yes, please. Case the site.
Okay. Yep. So she'll send images of everything of import back to you, Leo. These will arrive.
Including the key, please.
These will arrive moments after your, or kind of moments, pretty much right on time actually. Sequentially perfect with the klaxon going on.
Okay. What was the keys? Sorry, I missed that.
There's a
key.
There's a key that looks like a pretty simple, small, round-headed key, and the key on its round head on the face looks like it has a kanji or Japanese character carved into it. Does Leo speak Japanese?
No.
He could run it through a translator. It appears to be the kanji for the word.
Beauty, eel.
Just like all
Must
over the
be the
walls in the
bathroom
apartment
key.
you're in. Yeah, it must be the bathroom key. Why would he keep this today? It's in a picture frame. Thinking about pooping when he was thinking about that party? Was he a party pooper?
Yeah, there you go.
He's pooping at the party.
Oh, great detective.
Why he's such a criminal.
That's why he's
Yeah, it's terrible.
the upper decker. The son of a
One,
bitch.
one more charge on the list.
It's like when you get to him and you're like about to list his crimes off, you lead with that one. He's like, wait, hold on a second. What the fuck? No. No. Sorry, go ahead.
All right,
Well, you go on.
klaxons are going
We
off.
got a klaxon.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what you're doing about it. Like, you're inside of an apartment, the door's open, always available to you, klaxon's going.
How long have we been here? Because we had a 2-hour window.
Um,
Oh, in total, probably like good 20.
it took you time to get here, right?
Sure.
It took you time to
Yeah.
get here. That took about 2 hours, is what I was saying in that part.
Wow. Okay.
It's you're on a hand cart in a tunnel going from point A to point B.
Oh, I thought we only had a 2-hour window here.
2 hour
Why did you say
window.
that?
The 2-hour window is for security to shut down the alternate egress from the building.
Yes, correct. The klaxon appears to be like a fire alarm was pulled, not, oh my god, I'm sending the cops or something. Yeah, but just to make sure we're on the same page. Train station appears to have a fire alarm going on.
Think we should check that out or just ignore it?
I don't think we ignore it. Should we unplug this poor bastard?
Yes.
I bet it piss off God.
Even better.
Okay. Very easy for you to understand that goes to the person, and if that's not connected to the person anymore, he dies. So you just rip it out.
He's been dead.
Oh yeah, he.
You made it very clear. He's just a nervous system.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. If I was
I'm
gonna,
not feeling guilty.
if I was gonna do that, I would have thrown. I would have
This
thrown
is
a
a
car
mercy
battery.
at least.
Yeah, I would have thrown a car battery into the mix if we wanted to make it like guilt.
Let's do this.
No, he deserved it ultimately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm yanking that out of the guys everywhere.
Neuralink goes off, you would see the connections disconnect. You'd see all the net architectures that are inside of this space deactivate immediately, like someone shook a honeycomb apart. All of the pieces just fragmenting in turn, some of being left without connections and then vanishing after a moment.
Can I see if he has a chip in his neck?
You go into the pod with him.
We have the pod open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then yeah,
I
you
thought.
slide.
We've had the pod open.
Sure. Yeah, you slide in there. You check to see if he has a chip in his remnant of his neck, and yeah, the Neuralink does appear to have, and it's a Neuralink, by the way, not a Neuroport. This is like old school tech. This appears to be like, before the rise of Neuroports, and it does appear to have in its data slot or data shard slot slot, a slotted shard. It looks older, so a little bit bigger, but you're able to kind of pop it out, and it has graffiti on it, the letter G.
I hand it to Leo and ask if he would want to look at this at all, or is it just trash?
Looks the same as all the others, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Then
Leave it.
I'll
We
just,
got to get downstairs.
I'll leave it.
Upstairs.
It's older, so it's like an older style like shard. They're a bit bigger, not like super huge, but like bigger. And then like the tech is definitely bigger. So this is like a rudimentary kind of version of the G problem.
Okay.
Yeah, there's further prototype for the earlier ones.
At best, it's junk. At worst, it's another bug to listen to us.
I think that at this stage too, like you would have to have a converter to even be able to spot it. Like
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll leave it. I'll get rid of it.
I don't
Yeah,
blame you for checking.
yeah.
But
he
yeah,
for sure was bald.
Kincaid wants to check out what's going on at the tunnel station.
If you head over that way, are you doing so just brazenly, or would you like to kind of move into the area with a bit of caution?
I'll be cautious as we get closer to it.
Okay. Yeah. So you would see two individuals kind of standing near the hole in the wall. They appear to be in entirely black armor, no markings of any kind, equipped with what appears to be the latest in kind of like high power stopping weaponry. And it looks like one of them is setting up what appears to be a kind of like a drone turret structure, and he just finishes as you pop in, and then you'd see the two of them kind of do another sweep of the area. I'd like for everybody to go ahead and give me stealth rolls. And by everybody, I mean anybody who went out to go check what's going on. If you didn't want to do that, you can have just stayed back, and you do not have to make a roll. You automatically succeed. Coward is the better part of being a coward.
Yeah, see, I already clicked it.
Okay.
You know I'm a
Good old
coward.
-2 from the spacesuit. Here it is. Here it's going to bite me.
All right. So you pop out, and the other
The
individuals with
squints
you.
didn't have a -4, right? Because you're not in the spacesuit anymore, or were you still?
And
Oh,
I
I'm
wasn't in
for
a
sure in the
spacesuit.
spacesuit.
So it
Do
seems
you
that
two
toggle it
are-
off?
the spacesuit is still equipped to you. It looks like.
I said I am in the spacesuit. Am I
Not
muted?
you.
No, for squints.
Squints. Talking to
I
eyeballs
was
over
never in
here.
a spacesuit. I had the irradiation suit. I didn't take spacesuit.
No, we started in spacesuits. You have to unassign it. It was listed
You
as
didn't unequip
Kevlar
yours.
or whatever.
Oh, so Squid's got a 14. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, we're good.
A 14 is a success on this. A 12 is not. Big man in a spacesuit coming out of the door. You would see them kind of look over in your direction, kind of focus in, and they are going to start shooting at you. But from what you can tell in their patterning, they are backing away and they are throwing forward suppressive fire. So go ahead and give me a concentration check. The DV on this is going to be 17.
Is this just me?
Yep. You're the only one I see.
Good. Concentration. 19.
So they're basically trying to force you into cover. You have a concentration roll that's successful, so you do not have to go for cover. If you wish to pursue them, you can. But it looks like they are backing away into the tunnel or the hole in the wall that they are. They just set up a turret at.
Direction's the turret facing?
It is currently not facing any direction but down. It looks like it hasn't deployed its weapon yet.
Oh, it's like a
I'm
drop-down
gonna-
turret?
No, you know those big turrets that they set up with like the big ass heavy machine guns in the video game?
Yeah.
One of those. Its head is down right now though. Like it hasn't activated fully. It just got set up.
Roughly how far am I from the turret?
I'm gonna say you're probably the better part of about 150 feet. So that'd
Holy
be.
smokes.
Yeah, it's a small train station, but like you know it's long and wide, and like the holes over here, the apartments over there. So yeah, about 150 divided by 3. It is going to be 50 meters.
There.
I'm really good
Rage
at this.
table for my gun.
Okay. For a pistol?
Can't imagine. Yeah. What's the maximum distance for a pistol?
Great question. Got it right. Got it right here. It is going to be pistol 101 to 200 meters is CB30. It is near impossible, but it is not
Yeah,
impossible.
that's awful far.
Like if you took a shot and hit, like I would be proud of you.
Be impressive for sure, but I don't think I've got that.
I'd be so proud of you. But yeah, if you want to take shots back at them just for flavor, that's fine. If you want, or if you don't, that's fine too.
I cannot afford to with the ammo situation of the gun I have.
Gotcha.
I mean, we all see him, right? Since we all passed stealth, so we all obviously came out.
Yes, they were only suppressing Kincaid. The only reason I didn't have you make a suppress or a concentration roll is because I assumed you weren't going to try and do anything. If you would like to try and do something, I need you to first make a concentration roll 17. Because you're popping out of hiding to kind of engage. Where the bullets are.
Roll a 7 or higher? But how you said they're 50 meters away?
Yeah.
Actually, what's separating us like right now, so they don't see me?
A train station.
No, I mean,
It's
is there
just
anything like
distance
physically in the way, or just
Yeah,
distance?
Me.
Like a bunch of train station stuff. So like you've got, I'm trying to like
Benches.
benches.
Trash cans.
vending machines,
Great.
trash cans,
Well,
like a bunch of
let me elaborate why I'm
Occasional-
asking.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
this Nekomata, right?
Yeah.
That could shoot through shit.
Okay. So if you're wanting to shoot at them, first off, do we? I mean, hold on. Got it. Go ahead. Yes, they are backing away into heavy cover, but because of their movement and your trajectory, I'm going to say that it's in line. There's a possibility of a hit here. I am going to increase the D, though, just due to the obscurity of the wall. I mentioned it was double panned, double layered. It's probably going to be a situation where I can't say what the thing on the other side of the wall is, but it has walls that would be obscuring to tech patterning. So I'm going to increase
I'll
the
shoot.
Is
DV
it
by
the rest of the jet?
no.
I bet it's the rest of the jet.
I'm going to say that the DV is going to be increased by 3. So I believe at this distance, 50 meters, sniper rifle, we're looking at, I said 50 exactly, so it's going to be DV 20. Go ahead and, so DV 23 on the sniper rifle roll.
Boo.
You spent 1 point of luck.
No, you needed
Oh,
4.
I'm bad at math, notoriously so. I am so sorry for ever trying to do.
It's also like the second time I've ever shot a gun in this game, so I was like, where do I even click?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, from a cinematic perspective, though, just for kind of coolness, they're coming down the hill, and like just where they were standing, it kind of hits the dirt and like rubble that they were coming down from. Okay. The turret is set up. It is structured. If anybody wishes to advance on it or move around in the train station at this point, and that's even just returning back the way you came, with the exception of Squints and the NPCs, it will require you to be shot at. But you can do stuff from cover if you'd like try to shoot at the turret or engage with the turret.
Shoot it with the Nekomata.
Okay, yeah, if you want to.
I mean, if other people have stuff to do, I'm just gonna say I keep firing and we all stand still.
Okay.
So the turret's the turret's alive. The turret's ready.
Yeah, basically, as they escape and that Nekomata shot fires, the head will pop up and the light will start scanning the area. It is active.
Hey, Kincaid, here, and I hand him my suppressor knife and see if he can throw it at it, because he has a better athletics than I do.
150 feet.
Oh, it's 100 feet. Sorry, my bad. You're supposed to be pretty strong.
I am blushing.
No, have you seen? You've seen Fifth Element, right? You remember when like Bruce Willis is in that firefight, and then that one guy with like the dress like hands him the cue balls. It's like that
I want
scene.
him to use it. I think it'll be cool.
He looks at the knife and he takes it. And
I
he's like,
appreciate that. That is cool.
I just want to show you my knife.
I have a microwaver. It is the gun I have carried right now.
Yeah.
I made this.
So just as a note too, if you are in cover and you are going to be shooting out at it, it will reciprocate. It is prone, or it is set up to react to fire back at targets that are firing upon it. So you can go ahead and pop out and shoot. Just know sequentially what will happen after that is I'm going to shoot the cover that you're in with an HMG Mark 31.
Is there cover between us and the thing
Plenty of
that I
cover.
can approach?
Yeah, plenty of cover. And you're probably already in it from them shooting at the suppressive fire. You probably did for some cover.
What is the ruling on getting into cover as well as movement? Do I need to just spend move and then action get into cover?
Since we're in a narrative beat, a move action is moving to the next point of cover. Just assume that you're moving up, and we'll say that the pacing will increase, or the distance will decrease, rather, by your movement. So if you have a movement of 8 or 6, right?
4.
4? Oh, goddamn.
4 now with the flex.
Right. So if you have a movement of 4, then that means we would be reducing it by 8 if you're moving up. Because it's your move.
Maybe 12?
Yeah, well, just the doubling. So if you're running, that's different. But we're just doubling it once because your speed moves you a number of meters equal to twice your move.
Okay. Gotcha. So I'm trying to get to cover
No trying.
within.
Success. Yeah, you
Cool.
pop forward, like you kind of like from the open door, you're kind of against like a metal post. You look at the situation as it's deploying, kind of rush out forward and kind of skate to a vending machine that's kind of in the partition in between like one section and another. You're kind of looking down long range, kind of back to the Coke machine or Nicola machine, and
Gotcha. 46 meters to go.
okay, you kind of lock in, hold there. Nakamata, I believe someone was shooting one.
Yeah. So it's gonna draw the attention of the turret, right? After I shoot at it?
Yeah, you shoot, it will fire back.
That's fine. I can shoot through whatever cover. I don't even need to expose myself.
You don't. If you don't have to expose yourself, yeah, your cover will just be getting hit by the gun. If it's allowed to fire
That's a
back.
long way for a turret to shoot.
It's a heavy machine gun.
You got no chance of getting hit.
Yeah, exactly. And then even if it destroys it, I'll move to more cover and shoot through that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't blow it up, I'm gonna Kincaid him.
He can't take that.
Can't
For the
shoot.
23
I
hit
couldn't
it?
take that.
You can't. This is exactly a similar situation. 23 will hit. DV on hitting this thing is just baseline on the DV. And there's no weirdnesses because it's just set up on a uncovered spot.
Okay, so now I roll damage. Great.
Okay, I'm gonna allow you to roll a Cybertech roll.
Who's rolling it?
You, the shooter.
I gotta find that.
Okay, so you pop in. You're locked in turret mode. It shows you the outline of the turret system and the machine gun like attached to it. You don't really think about like any possibility of anything crazy about the turret. That's not where your brain's at. You're just like shoot the turret, and you take a shot at it. Hits it. You see a pretty decent amount of damage. Some parts kind of flying off of it, but it does snap into position, like pointed straight down the range at your piece of cover, and will fire. I'm only going to be rolling the damage because you are stationary, as you stated. Um, and if it is enough to pierce the 20 cover hit points that you have right now, because of the hard cover you're in, close to the front door there, um, it will pierce through it, and it will hit you for this damage.
I don't even get a reflex save. That's cool.
You stated specifically, I am staying behind the cover locked in. If you had said, I am moving out and you're on your feet, the balls of your feet, you would be ready for it. But you're not even looking at it.
So
So you're going to take
so
4
he
points
had
of
to roll
damage.
to hit the stationary turret.
You're going to take 4
I know,
points of
right? This
damage
guy.
to your armor, and your armor shouldn't be damaged at all.
Yeah, no, it's
So
fine.
you do see that the shot, when it hits the cover in front of you, kind of like isolatedly burrows through it. And it is now effectively destroyed for the purposes of being cover. So you still have your movement left. If you'd like, you can move to the next point of cover, but you'd be moving closer to it. Or you can retreat back into the hallway of the apartments.
I'll retreat back into the hallway.
Okay. Getting a shot from here will be a little bit more difficult, but moving to Squints, what are you wanting to do?
Currently, I'm hearing a bunch of people shooting. I have not come out of cover yet to actually look what's going on.
Okay.
So, uh, is there a way that I can look to move around? Is this just one hallway?
Yeah, no, you can come into the station and move around just like Kincaid's doing, and as long as you're not drawing its ire, it's probably not going to be shooting through cover to get to you. Most of the pieces of cover in here are going to be considered hard cover, so 20 hit point cover, and the reason for that is like big thick trash cans. You got massive like Coke machines, like this is like heavy grade industrial shit that's been put in here because it's like a day to day like I just want to hit it with a power washer and clean it kind of situation and be done with it.
And I'm just gonna sprint up as far as I can.
Yep. So whatever
Try to
your
get
speed is,
close.
reduce that from 50. You're that far up. You kind of, if it's, do you have a 4 as well
For
movement?
what? Movement. Where's movement? Move 7.
Okay. So you managed to book it up past Kincaid and kind of like he's on one side of the machines, the Coke machines, and it's kind of like a row of them. And then at the end of it, there's like a little trash can that you're able to kind of slip between and drop down, kind of get into cover as well. Okay. Recycle, Kincaid moving up.
I am running this time, or
Okay.
dashing, or sprinting
Absolutely.
to get an extra 8.
It does look as though like the turret kind of like it's locked in at Leo's position, then kind of like starts to go for the panning and seems to kind of like it's one of those situations where you're running and you can see the laser light on it and you kind of like shift to the left a little bit and then hit behind another metal post um, near where the train kind of rolls in, a support structure. Leo, you darted from there to the hallway. If you're firing out from there, you're at a further distance. The main reason why it'll be kind of harder to kind of connect to that point is because from that far out, you're no longer in the train station. So to kind of get an angle on it from the hallway, it's going to go through a shit ton of cover, which is going to just obstruct sight lines. It won't obstruct the bullet once it's fired, but like if you've ever played Mario Tennis on the Virtua Boy, like you're looking at everything in red and lines, so like a lot of these lines kind of blur together. You know what I mean? So it's going to be plus 2
Yeah.
DV, but then DV is going to be lower. So taking the shot.
Yeah, of course I'm taking
Okay,
that shot.
okay. I promise you, there's somebody that made sense for. Okay.
So because it's the tech weapon, I have to not move and charge it, right? Which is
No. Well, no, yeah, for the Nekomata, it does require a move to charge.
okay. So yeah, so charge and fire.
Yeah.
Or does that not matter against a stationary object where I don't need to ignore their armor?
The bullet will not get to it because we described that there's a bunch of cover in between you and it.
Okay, so it has to charge.
Yeah,
Got
you're
it.
firing through walls here. Okay, so that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage for it. Squints, as you're rushing and diving into that kind of garbage can position, you see a kind of like faint trail of flash kind of pass you by, and you notice that it has like the distinctive kind of ribbon of circles following behind it that is indicative of like a tech weapon being fired, right? You see it hit, and the turret kind of very lazily drops to a side for a second, and then kind of picks back up. I'd like for you to go ahead and make a cybertech roll.
Cybertech. Uh, Cybertech.
Hmm?
Awesome. Yep.
You are
Nope. We're good.
you are
We're good.
focused. You're kind of getting behind the cover.
We're
You are
we're
locked in
good.
on not dying.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It immediately reciprocates in kind and will fire back at you. A shit ton of bullets go spiraling across the entirety of the hallway back towards the way you came. For Squints and Kincaid, you're both in cover already. I need a concentration roll for two of you.
Concentration. What is that under? There it is. Found it.
Awareness.
Oh,
Okay.
14, 16.
You are
not one.
both in a situation where it is firing in a pattern erratically at Leo across the hall, where you think that if you were to dart out from your current position of cover, it would cause damage. So, to you. What that means is you cannot move out of cover from your current position. You have to maintain the cover that you're in. So for this turn, your turn is effectively passing because the gun is blaring through the space with a large amount of battery fire. Leo, on the other hand, your turn is still active. There are a bunch of bullets heading in your direction, but they are not making it to you. But I want to make sure you are aware of something that is happening here. The bullets are hitting the cover between you and it looks like in the suppressive attempt to try and shoot you, it is cutting through a lot of those points of cover to get to you. It is a matter of time before it jackhammers through all of the cover to get to you. It appears that it is loaded with high velocity ammunition and it's cutting through some of these things pretty quickly, like it did with that post you were behind. Would you like to fire it at it again, or?
Yeah, I got one more round left. Why not? I'm gonna fire more times this session than every
I have
session
the
put together.
entire
Yeah.
campaign. I'm the solo now.
If it makes you feel better, I never did any hacking.
It is a excellent quality weapon if memory serves, or at least a standard one, so that will not.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Hold on. I think the DV is.
Guys, what did I say about the well?
I think the DV is outside of range for that to work. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
lowest it
no.
ever gets is a 15. Okay, cool. Again, you see another tracer shot fly through Squints. More battery fire kind of happens through. I need one more concentration roll from Kincaid and Squints.
There we go.
Kincaid, you kind of like breathe, and realize that you
Fuck this.
got a dart. You make your way straight out. You can take the run action. You kind of close a bit further and get to cover without an issue. Quince, you are like panicking behind that trash can. Occasionally, like a hit will hit like against the top of it, and you can hear it like cut through the metal of it like cleanly. So it's like making that kind of like sing-songy kind of metal scratch as it's cutting through. And you're just panicking, kind of hiding behind this trash can for dear life.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm running.
Okay.
I still need at least a natural 10 to hit this thing.
Leo,
So
out of bullets. What are we doing?
Could tuck in a little deeper, right? Or a little further away?
Yeah. You go back
and reload.
You go back into the apartment hallway, and again, every NPC that's with you is currently there, and they'll basically kind of like, what's happening? Just very concerned, but like also weapons out, ready to go if need be. Kincaid, if you let's see, 8, 4, 4.
I'm at 30 meters now.
Okay. Distance wise for a pistol, that's not terrible, but it's really not too much different from where you started.
It would still require a 30.
No, it's a 20.
It would be a DV 30 at least.
DV 25 for 30.
Or sorry, 25.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't be able to make that without a perfect 10 roll.
Okay.
So I need to double move one more time to get inside that range.
Got it. So since Leo has not been identified as a threat for a while, the gun will move towards you and kind of focus on where you end up. In its turn, which is the end of the initiative, it will be firing. But as mentioned, Chody, you'd probably hear it click off, and so you can move up as well if you'd like. Your concentration was for the last turn, not this one. And then Leo,
Yep.
you kind of remain in the back, right?
Okay, so
Yeah,
it was 150
reloading
feet
it, right?
away. We ran
50 meters.
Even though I have a movement of 7, you have 4.
50 meters, and he's made it up 20 total. Is where we're at.
I've
made it 20. I ran twice.
You only ran once.
And did one regular move.
So you
I don't know how you've been moving.
You've only ran up.
You're
I ran.
You're at least at
once.
14 or.
So
yes.
you would be at a total of 28 meters done, like up ahead of him. Correct. So you're just about where he's ending up on this run.
You're 22 meters away.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're 22 meters away. Okay.
Correct.
You are.
In throwing wise, about how far is a normal throw? I know it's athletics, right?
Yeah, it is athletics. It's grenade launcher chart. So if you are throwing this far, you just need to roll an athletics roll, and the DV on this would be 17.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, no, I can't hit that at all. I have a base of 8. I'm not an athletic boy.
A 9 or better would do it. Well, now you'd need a 10.
Yeah, so I need to get closer then. I just need to run more.
Okay.
Oh, got it.
So
it's not like you're wasting the knife.
As stated, in this kind of movement process, it is going to be firing again. It is targeting the closer of the two, which it sounds like now that I understand it is actually Squints. Is that right?
Squints.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot at Squints. You are in cover, so you will be ignoring the first 20 of this. But if it gets through it will be.
Can I roll contortionist to try to?
So
no, I'm just kidding.
If you want, the main thing is like if you are jumping into cover and staying in full cover, you are effectively like closing yourself off from kind of seeing the gun, right?
Yeah.
You know where
I'm diving.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know where the shots are coming from, but thing is I'm gonna shoot the cover and you behind it regardless.
I get it.
Okay. Cool. Rolling. I rolled the wrong dice. That is the wrong dice. Let us try again. This time not as a failure.
32 was a failure.
23. So you'll take 3 points.
He rolled d10s instead of d6s.
It won't even get through your armor, and whatever cover you ended up
you're
behind
safe.
in that second run, it is gone. So you are not in cover when you start your turn for
I
grenade
can
times.
see through the holes at it, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
no!
It's like
Yeah.
Matrix, that pillar's all shredded.
100%. Okay, so then focusing back on you guys, last one I think. So Kincaid, you can get a shot off if you want, and Squints if you want to throw a grenade. Yeah.
And freaking, I only have one of them though.
Would end up at 26 meters, which is still not good, but I'll throw a shot out. Here.
If nothing else, the gunshot will probably cause it to prioritize you as its target.
I prefer
I'll be
that,
firing
actually.
this round as well.
Okay.
Whenever it's my turn.
Did you reload on the last one? Is that what you did?
Yes.
Cool.
Roll an attack. Oh wait, I've still got the spacesuit on. No, I'm running 8 meters.
Squints, go ahead and throw an athletics check. The DV on this will be 15.
Damn me in my spacesuit.
Or get closer.
15 for throwing.
It is not going to get any lower than that. That is the lowest it gets.
Okay. And then I just roll athletics, right?
Roll athletics, and you need a 16 or better. What kind of grenade are we looking at?
It's a suppression knife.
Oh, you're throwing a suppression knife at it.
I want to shut it down.
Yeah, so that'll hit. Give me a cyber tech roll.
Cyber tech.
Yeah,
there it is.
So the reason why the cyber tech roll was important is because you're throwing a knife into a standing still target. Hitting any part of it would disable like the thing that you hit. So like some people would be like, "Oh, the gun's the terrifying thing," and throw it at the gun. The gun's not actually like a piece of technology. There's actually a trigger pulling device inside of the turret that pulls the trigger for the weapon, and it literally can be pulled out. Like the weapon can be used by a person. But you're not stupid, and you realize that the place that you want to hit it is the big weird box on the side with a camera on it and the light extending out of it, and you hit it just on. It hits kind of sideways, and it doesn't really stick, but it pops like hot enough that the suppression knife does the job. The gun's head drops down. The thing is disabled. A cut from you guys, and cut back to the group. Did you send a reply text back? Because obviously they would have gotten it after the fight.
Oh no, I forgot to send one back. Because the alarm was going off.
That's you.
Yeah, Lark, do you have anything that you want to send them, like, when they don't reply quickly to the data dump?
Location, question mark.
Okay. You wait a few moments. After a few moments, though, Leo, you are able to reply. You're kind of assessing the situation, but I do want to make sure that, like, I understand you're probably going to go for the whole, just based on everything that we've got so far. But is there anything that you prior the whole time?
I can think of. I just realized my lip was messed up. Gotta fix that.
Okay. Do you share the information that you got with Kincaid and Squints as you're getting ready to kind of move towards that hole and investigate it?
Yes.
Okay.
What they sent?
Yeah. Kincaid, go ahead and give me a local expert, whatever your highest one is. And you specifically because you're older.
Cool. It's Haywood for whatever reason. Oh, I live there.
You live there.
That's probably it. 16.
Oh yeah. So in Haywood's one of the oldest districts in Night City. Been around for a long, long time. It's gone through, like complete nuclear destruction, gang wars, all of that shit. It was a combat zone at one point. Fun times. The key that's shown to you on this like dump of images from the other apartment, which is way cleaner than the one you were in. They kind of lucked out, right? But the key happens to be a storage locker container key that was utilized
like a train station locker.
like a train station locker key. and it would appear that not too far from where this hole is,
It's fine.
there is a bunch of these lockers kind of present on the wall. It almost looks like the missile that came through the ceiling and hit this wall was targeted at these lockers.
And it missed?
No, they hit. They hit lockers.
Oh, okay.
They didn't hit all the lockers. You know what I mean? And it
There's no marker on the key representing which locker it may have been.
right.
It just says the Japanese character on it.
Duty. Right.
And there are still plenty of these lockers intact,
Yes.
is what you're saying.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd point out, I was like, it probably matches one of these. Or another train station somewhere if they've got them. That's the style of key you would use for these.
And you send that back
Or
to
you used to.
It's
Send that reply back, yeah.
Okay. So as you're kind of waiting for that reply, it's a few moments, but then eventually it does reply, and they appear to have kind of, mentioned that in bit of information. You're still inside of the
I'll send a picture of the blockers as well.
yeah, with
If
the
that
hole in
jogs
the
any
wall.
memories or something.
The kind of situation there, Akitsu. It's up to you what you want to do at this point. If you want to, if there's anything else in this apartment you'd like to kind of engage with, or if there's anything else you'd.
I don't think I know anything that needs to be engaged with.
Okay.
What about Switch?
No.
No.
Okay. So, seeing what you saw, like in reply back, if there's nothing in this apartment left that you want to do, is there anything that you'd want to do as your next step?
Probably go see if we can find out what locker this key goes to.
Okay. So you're gonna try and make your way to the underground station and grab your irradiated suits back at the hotel.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
just gonna say.
Okay. Absolutely. The crew will kind of like take some time, go get booted up,
Oh.
suited up. Anything else that you want to do before you kind of head that way?
Mm. I just. He obviously left, and he wasn't at the other location. He wasn't at this location, so he's probably looking to leave. Is my guess, but I don't know where he would go.
Or how he would go.
Yeah, I think they would explain that they encountered what appear to be Einhand agents at this train station as well. So there might be some form of connectivity here in this hole in the wall.
Connectivity between the two buildings?
Between G and this hole in the wall.
Oh, yes. Whether or not it was physically him. No, we need to find the physical person. I would tell Mifune to keep an eye on any logs of people leaving. If he could, like leaving the station. See if any of them match Hansai Atomi's figure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what he looks like. Got it. Okay, so then they're going to explain to you, Leo, that they are on their way. You are outside of the hole in the wall. You've basically locked down the train station as your kind of defensive position. The hole descends down, and it looks like it goes through quite a bit of rubble and goes into what appears to be like some sort of facility. I'm going to place you on the map, but there are people here. I'm not going to show you those people yet because you're just looking at it from like an outside perspective. It'll make sense in a second, I promise.
My real question is why they set out the alarm.
Yeah, great question.
This was just to get people to leave so they could set it up without getting interrupted.
There doesn't appear to be any people, is the main thing, right? Bear with me.
We pretty much confirmed that we existed in their top secret area.
Well, yeah, but that was after, so it's not even like we pulled the plug on that guy and then they set the alarm off.
So
We did it before that.
No, we pulled the plug on the guy after they set the alarm off. They set the alarm off when you sent a text.
theater of the mind with a little bit of a visual aid. You do not see everything that's present here. Okay, just keep that in mind. Focus on the only things that I'm kind of highlighting and telling you. So you'll see my little mouse indicator kind of like on the spot. Basically, the hole in the wall goes about 20 feet in, where it looks like it's just rubble and destruction. And then there is the kind of facade of what appear to be two different barriers. There's the kind of drywall and kind of very typical like metal support beams in place of like 2x4s or whatever structure that appears to be the exterior wall of the train station. And then there is a heavy concrete and kind of lead lined structure that is kind of obliterated inside of the mess as well. That appears to give way to what appears to just be moon rock, and a hole goes through it to what appears to be a very simply set up catwalk and staircase that descends down. Other than that, you're not really seeing much from the angle that you're at unless you approach the catwalk in question, and that will change the dynamic entirely because we'll be proceeding forward immediately. You have the turret available to you as well. If you wish to remove the HMG from it, it takes no check, just kind of rip it right off. If you have enough strength to do it, totally fine. Kincaid could do it for sure. And then you'd have a HMG on you if anybody's into auto firing big heavy machine guns. I don't think that's the case for anybody in your crew.
It's not excellent. How does suppressive fire work? Is there a check to it, or I
Sure.
just say I'm doing suppressive
So
fire?
there is a check to it. Suppressive fire. Hold on. I used to have the page number.
Because I can fire the gun in the air and scare people all day.
Oh yeah, 100%. So this is how suppressive fire works normally. With the HMG, it's a little different, and we'll explain the differences in a second. When you use suppressive fire, it costs an action and 10 bullets. If you don't have 10 bullets remaining in your clip, you can't use suppressive fire. Every 1 foot within 25 meters slash yards, everyone on foot, within 25 meters yards, out of cover and in your line of sight, must roll will plus concentration plus 1d10 against your reflex plus auto fire plus 1d10. Anyone that fails must use their next move action to get into cover. If that move action would be insufficient to get into cover, they must also use the run action to get into cover or as close to cover as possible. The heavy machine gun uses heavy suppressive fire, which has a range of 150 meters slash yards, so very far distance and expansive, making everyone scared. And they have to use their action to hunker down, which is what we were seeing with squints. Hunker down is an action in Dark Skies that basically says you're in cover, you're utilizing the cover to its fullest degree. Attacks against you have a penalty, and you're basically locked down in that position.
So that was D10 plus reflex plus auto fire?
Yep, and then the opponent will roll will plus concentration plus 1d10 contesting your roll. And if they fail, they are scared and they bolt for cover, but they also will use their action to hunker down once they are in cover.
How long is it going to take the other group to get here? They're not hand coding it here?
About an hour.
That's a long time.
It was a long time.
You could take the handcart back and pick them up, be reducing the time to about 30 minutes because they literally are just zipping to the hotel, grabbing their suits, and then zipping to the train station. And then the walk would have taken about 30 minutes from point A to point B. but the hand cart will make it quicker. Again, you guys weren't zooming through it the last time because you were paying attention to shit, which is why it took you a few hours. But if you go full tilt on that hand cart, you could probably do it in 30.
I think you could disable the cameras from that little security office.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter since we unhooked the guy. He shouldn't be getting the feed since we took out the modem.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just depends on if the net architecture still exists, but it looked like everything came crashing down.
Well, only the net architectures in that room. All the net architectures in the hallways were still active. And give me an interface roll. This is obviously not you connecting to anything. This is more just kind of seeing the patterns. Yeah, so with that, you would note that there look like there are other rooms in this floor, apartment-wise, that have similar outlines to them on the exterior as that room did. Your hypothesis is that each of these rooms probably has a similar
Dead body.
setup in it. We'd have to go through and kind of disconnect everybody, which could take some time, probably the better part of an hour.
Hey, there we go. We have something we can do for an hour without having to leave the area.
You want to
The
manually
greater
just...
area.
Well, then they're just gonna track us down through those apartments.
Well, if you
It's
want...
really up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Yeah, if you want to manually disconnect them, you can disconnect everybody, or you can wait it out, or you can take the hand cart back and bring them back with it.
Kincaid's the tactical guy. I'll let him choose.
I don't like the idea of leaving this space for them to.
Reassert their dominance over it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hold the fort and basically protect the hole in the wall. Anybody tries to come out, you fucking butcher them, and wait for the other crew to get here.
I think that's the only. That's the closest thing to a safe answer.
Okay, a Kitsu, probably not a
Unless there's anything Leo can think of to do with the security room or with whatever net architecture exists here.
probably not.
We just
And
send
I'm
those
not
NPCs
I'm
that
not
are
gonna
with us
twist
to
his
go
arm one
destroy
more
everything.
time.
Huge fan of walking the whole length of a train track down to a fucking apartment, irradiated and probably gross. You probably try to pull some strings, talking to Mifune, trying to get shit done. Go ahead and make a bureaucracy for me.
Okay.
If it was just Arasaka who could do it, like it would be there's no role. But since this is cross-pollinating into other corporations, namely Militech, a little bit of a gambit. Okay, so even with that, you still manage to kind of get a conversation with the head of security and explain that you are working in tandem with law enforcement, in case specifically, and an individual named Eric Warder will get you a handcard as well. He'll say that the two need to be returned ASAP, and also the allotments he had for securing the tunnels are not currently present, so be mindful that other carts might move through, like actual like passenger vehicles. Quince, someone's got to drive a handcart. Yeah, it is. In your mind, you're thinking to yourself, it is just straightforward, pretty easy to do, right? But if you're not paying attention to what's oncoming, you could be running into a full-ass train. This is going to be a land vehicles roll. If you don't want to roll it and you want to pass it to somebody else, you're more than welcome to.
What's
Same
driving a handcart?
Sozon, we didn't leave.
second hand cart.
Yeah, we didn't leave.
Second hand cart.
You're talking about the other
Squints is
guy.
here with us.
Not Squinch.
I'm with them. You're...
Switch. I did it. I did it. I
Yeah.
did it. I did the thing.
I was like, dude, what?
Quit making him drive
Their
things.
names sound so similar.
I know, it's so difficult.
Switch.
They're basically the same person.
They're basically the same person. 19-year-old complete uber dork and very sexy Mox. What do you want to be the one that drives same, but different.
Same thing.
No, I think Elsie's the best driver.
Cool. You should have her sheet availability. Just go ahead and hit up pilot land vehicle if she's got it.
Oh wait. No, it's not her.
Caller. yeah, Caller got a +10.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
So does Elsie though.
Where am I missing it?
Yeah, it's kind of wrapping on the top right of the first line. Drive, land,
Oh,
vehicle.
drive with the fucking D. An idiot.
What else? Never mind. I love you, buddy. Yeah, they both have the same, so Elsie could do it.
Yeah.
Okay. That math is. She shouldn't have the -4 right now. She's not in her spacesuit. I'll have to correct that. Actually, you're going into the tunnels. Why wouldn't she be? Actually. Do you
It
want
was
them?
optional.
Do you want them to be in the spacesuits, heavier armor, or do you want them to not be?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So the issue here is that she's not running into anybody. She's not crashing the thing. The main thing is it has a means of ejecting itself off of the tracks and kind of moving to the side, but it has to kind of wait patiently. And she kind of ends up in a situation where when she's trying to return it to the track, there's a bit of an issue. And then another train comes and she has to kind of like get undo all her work, get better at it, and finally go. So the time it would have taken walking, um, again, you're not as tired as you would be having walked all the way down there, but um, it is an annoyance. So about an hour out, a second handcart will arrive behind your handcart, and Arasaka/Mox team will uh, join you. Okay. Now that you have a full team, how would you like to proceed?
This is gonna be embarrassing, but I do want to request the Militech police backup.
Oh yeah, no problem. So let's say that you did
If
that.
there's a third minecart,
No, no,
or
no,
if they
no,
can
no.
It's another
stand
hour.
by.
No. Hold on. Narratively, I think a positive way of doing that would have been to call the backup in. They said, "Oh, this Arasaka lady just called in and told us to get her a handcart. Should we take her with you? She said she was with you."
Yeah, that's us.
And then the backup will come with them. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll get those two because of the situation that you're coming from. It'll be the two county mounties guys, and I'll basically just be using the same NCPD patrol officers I had before, but they'll be space versions of it. So it'll be Wedge and Biggs. Um,
No, legend.
those are good space names. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not names of
Not
some
fancy characters. Yeah.
yes, but oh my God, what is it? Maelstrom gangers
Yeah.
that clean up corpses.
Also true. So I'm gonna have to go with something different. You're right.
It's
Gonna
like
be
Zach. It was a very popular name.
yeah. It's gonna be Duke and Jenkins. Or
Gotcha.
was it? I don't remember the Red Five.
He's standing by.
Anyways,
Oh, you want Porkins?
Orchid, there it is. Thank you so much. So you guys meet up, discuss. I'm going to do some things. I'm going to move you off this map for just a moment, and then do something. But you meet up, and this is the first time you guys got back together. So how do you want to discuss the matter? Proceed.
There's definitely Einhand members here. Got to be extra careful.
You said you ran into some weird things. Would you care to explain?
How far of a walk was it? Right? Not far, right? John?
Not terribly. To the apartment. Yeah.
Yeah. He said it was a hole right there. Like you go right into one door or through the hole.
Yeah.
To the
Pretty
left.
much.
Just be easier to show you real quick. While we have a
Please.
moment.
She'll follow.
Just go to whichever apartment is closest.
Yeah. And if you take her
Open it
into
up.
the one that he was in, yeah, you'd see it as you kind of had it.
And I'll explain like how everything's connected. And it appears that all of the apartments on this floor might be the same, but we haven't inspected each one yet.
How unfortunate. Um, we should try this key.
Back to the
I believe
lockers.
there's to the lockers. Yes.
Okay. So there are a couple of options here as far as dice rolling go. You can do deduction, cryptography, or you can do education. Now the DVs on these are going to be different for each of the skills that you choose. Also, some of you may have bonuses to the dice roll based on your character. Um, and those bonuses will be applied by me after you choose the dice that you want to go for. But each one of you can make one of those following 3 rolls. Try and solve the riddle of the locker.
I'm gonna
You
use it,
said
but never use it again.
education.
Education, yeah, that's an option. And then cryptography, and
Which I
then
don't.
deduction.
Try to use
Maybe I.
For
cryptography
anybody?
once ever.
Anybody can roll any one of those. You only get one of those though. Choose one. That's the one you're going with. You roll it. Leo is like, I took cryptography for a perk, and that is
I'm
it.
gonna go with education.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
fair.
So
I'll do deduction.
Okay. So I think that the situation as it stands, you're kind of standing around, and Leo starts kind of looking at the kanji and starts like deciphering, like stating things like there's this many strokes and there's this many that, this
This
many
looks like
that.
an H to me.
Yeah, it looks like an H kind of, and then just kind of offhandedly switch. You kind of go samurai symbol, and saying the word samurai kind of like pops into a Kitsu, like kind of historical understanding, and you would note that duty is one of the 7 codes or virtues of Bushido, 7 total. And then Kincaid kind of piecing together like the numbers on the locker that's kind of structured here, maneuvering around, you would notice that there does appear to be um, a section that's near the explosion site, um, that matches and connects with not just the number 7, but like other features of it, like the parts of the kanji itself, the number of like dashes and lines, and you're able to kind of find the locker number in question. It appears to be just outside the explosion site, um, maybe a
Okay.
couple lockers aside from it. Do you try the key?
I would have Toshiro try the key. Yep.
He tries the key and kind of shakes his head and kind of pulls the key out and hands it back. Doesn't seem to have worked.
Does anybody have a way of forcing one of these open?
You hand the key over to somebody else.
Oh yeah,
I'll
these
try the
things could
key.
be
You'll
tricky.
try the key, Kitsu. So you feel like it clicks, but it doesn't. It seems like something is kind of resistant against it. Like it feels like it's looking at the destruction around you and the shape of the lockers. It's not
Hmm.
pristine. It's kind of tilted on its side. It may be the case that it needs a little bit of like elbow grease to kind of force the lock. If you want to go ahead and make an athletics roll, certainly welcome to.
Okay, where's athletics? Should be
So
under body, right?
Toshiro did as instructed and did not try to do anything more. Um,
We'll try. We'll try.
you feel like it's got give, but you can't feel like you feel like the problem is you, not the key or the lock. Like it's
I'll
someone.
give it back to Toshiro and tell him to give it a little bit of power.
And he'll kind of like move over to it and go for it. Um, Toshiro athletic. Oh, what did it do? Why did it go into
Mm.
full sheet mode? That's weird. He should be an NPC sheet, and it's in full sheet mode. Anyway, I'll fix that later. He does a little bit better, but he's yeah, he's able to force it. DV13. He cracked it open. Inside there is a laptop computer. Appears to have a cyber deck attached. They do not appear to be connected to anything, nor do they appear to be on.
I'll step aside and motion to our netrunners if they would like to take a look at it first.
Kumiko is kind of like arms crossed and staying towards the back, and still has her keep distance from the murderer netrunner.
That
Ladies
sounds like
first.
free dibs.
She says you probably
I'll
have.
back up.
She says you probably have more expertise on it. It's fine.
No, I'll go check it out.
Okay. Yeah, a laptop computer. It appears to be completely like devoid of power, like it's been left sitting for a while, and the CyberDeck's battery has been removed from it. The CyberDeck in question is an Alicia, though.
Pretty sure I had a spare cyber deck from forever ago. But it might have still been on Roll20 on my character sheet.
Okay. So, if you would like, you can hand those off, the battery, the extra cyberdeck, and the cyberdeck you just found, to Squints, and I mean Squints.
What, do you want to jerry rig some power?
Because the power pack for an Alicia is older than the power packs for the cyberdeck you probably have. That's not the Alicia. And I'm assuming you do not want to pull your battery out of your Alicia, right?
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, that would be super
But the
bad.
thing is, like, I'm pretty sure it was another Alicia, because I thought it was the guy, the dead body we found in the bathroom in Dogtown.
Yeah, an Alicia. But is it on your sheet? That's the main thing. Would you?
I don't think you moved it over.
Yeah, but
when,
would
we
you?
transitioned.
The better question is would you have brought an extra cyber deck with nothing in it into?
Probably not
that
to,
zone?
not to the
The
moon.
moon.
Yeah. Now I can imagine you finding like some other battery source besides that. Like there was a bunch of batteries back in the dead people stuff, like connected to the Neuralink shit. But it's not going to be a one for one. So Squints, go ahead and give me a cybertech roll if you want to jury rig a kind of connector port and make this battery do the battery thing for the cyberdeck. Yeah, sufficient. You're insanely good rolling twos. I've noticed. Um,
I rolled ones as
That's
well.
our boy right
I
there.
can also do
Two
one,
is twice as good.
but luckily
Deuces.
you have made up for that with a sheer amount of skill points and stats. Yeah, you're able to connect the cyber deck. It will fire up. Um, it does appear that this cyber deck, from what you can tell on just turning it on, is infected heavily, and immediately Leo is able to kind of denote that the black wall hacks that were kind of delivered to people Earthside that like killed them outright that you saw that shit happen. This appears to be infected with that kind of fuckery. Red code on the screen and just a goddamn hot mess.
This.
The code starts kind of going very angrily as like it's left on for a little bit. Do you rip the battery out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure there's an emergent AI in there, and if it is allowed a battery or a connection, it'll probably get really angry and do something.
Yeah, we don't need that right now.
Okay.
Stick that in G later.
Um, great. So you have that. What's the plan next?
We still have the laptop, or we just go through the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we go through the hole?
Okay. Bear with me here for a second. don't know if this is working or not. I think it's working. Okay. Activate. Okay. So, I'm putting people down. Don't worry about that. You go into the whole space. You see the kind of scaffolding and the stairs down. And
Oh,
huh,
apologies. I did want to offer the heavy machine gun in case Akitsu or Switch had anybody in their crews who was capable of auto fire.
unfortunately,
I
no.
Yeah.
I don't know that they are, but I know for a fact none of the three of us that found it did.
Pretty sure Toshiro doesn't. Um, Caller, Mike?
That's the only one I was just
No.
about to look.
No, she's a
No.
single shot pop kind of girly.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I think Toshiro's off the docket too, right?
Yeah.
The main problem for them too is that firing the HMG, you need a body of 11 to be able to carry it around. Toshiro fits the bill there, but doesn't have auto fire. I mean, it has a base 8 on auto fire because of his reflex, but
I have a 14 on auto fire, but there's no way I'm carrying it.
yeah, body 11 to be able to shoot it without ripping your arms off.
Strap it to Toshiro.
Strap it to Toshiro, pull the trigger.
Master Blaster style.
Classic,
My
right?
God.
Or don't.
Either way works. Okay, great. Then I'm assuming.
Sorry,
no.
I just wanted to make sure we're not wasting a resource if it was
Agreed.
usable.
Completely understand. I have Kincaid, I have Leo, I have Squints. Here's Switch, and all of the cops. And then again, presumptions are being made, but I'm pretty sure they're valid. The mocks aren't going in right away, and nor are the Arasakas. But I'm putting you all on the map regardless. Um, the situation is as you see it. If there's anything that you're seeing that you're interested in inquiring about, please don't hesitate to ask.
Can I scan with the Nekomata?
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything present on site. The walls on the north side are completely buffering your sight line. Scanning through the space, there doesn't appear to be anybody hiding behind those shelves up ahead, nor does it look like anybody's hiding like directly behind any of the doors. In this space, as you're scanning, you would notice that there appears to be a solid bulkhead door here, and then to the south there is just a standard kind of office door. And I don't know why it's cutting off. It's probably just sight lines, but there's stuff up on this wall as well. Yeah. Looks like some sort of control station kind of up here. You can't see distance. Everything's pretty well lit. There does appear to be kind of a light source kind of coming from above here. And when you kind of look up in that direction, you'd see that there is apparently a hole in the ceiling. Not like broken. It looks like it was like intentionally put there, like some sort of loading area where stuff would be descent down.
Hey, John, quick question. Am I supposed to be able to see something? 'Cause it's saying I don't have a token on the board.
That's crazy because I've put your token here. Hold on, it's not showing up. That's so weird. Hold on. Hold on. Let's try that again. How about now?
I still do not see anything.
Flashbang.
You might be in the wall.
How about now?
Nope.
Oh, how about now?
Put her on me or something.
Uh, I'm still just seeing black.
Weird. Okay, hold on. I got a solution. Configure. Lighting. No. Save.
It's
How
also
about
not letting me.
now?
It's also not letting me access my character sheet, so it might just be fucking up. But no, I just see black.
Okay, I've done everything in my power. I think you need a refresh.
You may want to refresh, Founder.
Yeah.
I did. I just refreshed. Let me close out and try again.
That first scan, I'm not seeing anyone.
With the tech weapon, no.
Yeah. No, I'm just making sure I let everyone know.
Oh, sorry, that was in character. I'm such a cutie in game and out. Okay. Yeah, it's saying you're on the line and in this room, and it also vision should be present because I've turned off all barricades. Like there's nothing.
Oh, now I see it.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, it's
Because
loaded
yeah,
in.
you could literally pick up your token and drag it like a million miles to the west right now at this point if you're so inclined to be that silly. But yeah, the space in front of you, as mentioned, it looks like it's some sort of like factory or facility. It looks like there has been a decent amount of damage to kind of stuff that's present here, and it looks like a lot of the kind of spaces in here have been scavenged quite a bit. There's a control panel, kind of old style control panel up on the wall, up on that scaffolding. There does appear to be a door on the under level therein, and then there is a secure bulkhead door kind of on the north side that is propped open. You can't tell exactly what it's propped open with, but it looks like something weighty. And as mentioned, um, in the ceiling, which is about 30 feet up, there is a massive, like, perfectly circular hole, almost like it's somewhere like things are kind of dropped down into this space. Based on what it looks like, there was probably like a tunnel access west. That looks like it's been damaged in the explosion as well. That would have gone under the train station.
Kincaid's gonna head down the stairs. Are we seeing a lot of like networking cables?
Not really, no. It doesn't look like there's a lot of like added on cables or connections or anything to that effect. Um, it very much looks like the rubble you passed through, other than the broken parts of the turret you left in it, was kind of devoid of any non-rock debris.
Okay. Kincaid doesn't know enough about net running and things like that. I'm assuming it's mostly wireless on his end, but he's still keeping an eye out for that. Just sort of taking in the surroundings. He said bulkhead, heavy door in the northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And you said
Any
there was another
cameras?
door under here somewhere, right?
Yeah, there's a door here. There's a door here. I'll splash ping them. Like a door down here, door down here, and then there's the door up there.
Okay.
First door at the far right, is that above the catwalk?
The door at the far right is under the catwalk, and then there's a control panel on the top
I see.
above it in the catwalk.
We'll let all the bigger guys go in first and start exploring.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll just sort of perimeter sweep, poke my head in the doors.
Color will take a position here. Elsie will kind of stay towards the back, with not really going down the stairs themselves. The cops are locked onto Kincaid. Wherever he goes, they go. And Pitch will stay with Switch.
I'm telling them fan out. I don't want all three of us taken out by a grenade.
Yeah, so then this one will kind of move up to here, like rush past you, and this one will kind of move over to here on the other side. As they're doing so, they're doing like this typical, like, point, look around kind of shit.
Mm.
Sweeping.
Yep. All right.
Any information you can tell me about this door to the south?
Yeah, this looks like a very conventional old style door with the kind of like push open, kind of like factory or like your school kind of like push door opener. I don't remember what those things are called.
Crash bar?
Yeah, crash bar. Thank you so much. And it has the kind of window panel secure. Looks like bulletproof glass with like wire mesh inside. On the opposite side of this, it looks like there's a lot of mist or smoke. It kind of like looks like it's fogged over the glass. And there's kind of a gentle hum to the door and the kind of behind it, presumably. Okay, pausing from you for a second. Akitsu, you moved up. Is there anything you want to investigate, explore, check out?
I would like Kamiko to go take a look at the control panel up here, see what it's attached to, what it controls. Otherwise, I'm staying somewhere that I can probably tuck behind something if we
Absolutely.
get ambushed.
Toshiro will remain with you. Kamiko will make her way up the stairs. By the point that we're at with Kincaid, I'm assuming she'll be at the top of those stairs. And then, Mox, are you instructing people to do anything different?
Uh,
Zach?
Switch?
Oh no. I only callers coming in, but I'm gonna try and
Okay.
move up here
So all
too.
the other girlies are staying at the door?
Yep.
Okay,
But we'll have caller come in and move up here.
that makes sense. Where'd you want her? Over with you?
Uh,
Like
is
there?
there enough room for two of us behind this?
It's just a
'Cause
railing. So yeah, I mean it's fine either way. Yeah, the thing that you're on kind of ramps down towards the west. It's kind of got a little bit of a gradient descending down, but yeah, the railing it's iron bars. It's hollow. It's probably going to be able to drop through pretty without providing.
It's more this wood
Yeah,
here.
that's going to be the ticket when it comes to cover town. You bet. Okay. Um, Squints, anything that you're wanting to do? Are you even on the board?
I would reach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're on
He's
I
at the
came
far
over to
east.
this computer. I would reach out to Leo and say, "Hey, I found a computer terminal over here. If you want to come look at it."
Yep. And
Right.
it is
Whatever.
on, but it appears to be kind of on a kind of stationary mode. Pause for a second, Leo. Before you get there, you were going for something else, obviously. What were you going for?
Nothing. I was just moving into the room.
Okay, okay. You can
Or
make
just
it.
like somewhere where there was cover in case anything ever happened.
You can make it to Squints then. You kind of follow behind a little bit and kind of have to do a little bit of a shift around, but yeah, you're good. And you come over to Squints and the computer. It is currently in like a screensaver mode, like ready for access to be kind of entered in, and it's a very old style screen. Like you recognize it from like school and like tutorials. Like you didn't use this kind of screen. You just remember them teaching about it in computer classes. This appears to be a Militech OS that is dating from like the 20s. Um, it doesn't appear to be connected to anything other than a battery. And the battery in question is like an old style brick of a battery, probably lithium. You're pretty sure that the tech could probably use this as like a incendiary if they wanted to.
I can glean from the computer itself.
You're
Actually,
gonna
like move the mouse,
yeah,
kind of.
you're gonna attempt to hack it. I'm gonna pause there for a second though. I'm gonna check back in with everybody else. I just want to make sure everyone's square. Uh, so Squinch, run over to the computer. Hey, check this out, Leo. Um, Kincaid, move over to the door, preparing to potentially open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is pistol drawn,
Yep. Gonna work his way into the door.
taking a look inside that door. He's not kicking it open. He's just
Popping it open and
opening it.
peeking. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And then Kumiko heads up the stairs, just kind of moving over towards the control panel. Akitsu kind of moving over towards this very large box and crate, and kind of remaining with Toshiro. What you'll notice is that this crate in question does have branding on it, and from what you can tell, Akitsu, it's Arasaka branding. and they're not.
Oh.
It's not old branding. It's new, like in the last 10 years, new compared to everything else that you're seeing.
Can Toshiro open the crate?
He kind of gets the order and is preparing to do so. Great. Switch, you kind of moved over to this location. Was there anything that you were looking for or going towards in particular?
Not really, just kind of getting ready for Kincaid to open up this door.
Okay. Kincaid, you kind of see that the cops are kind of going through everything and kind of keeping an eye out, doing their investigatory stuff. Caller will kind of keep pace, probably stay ahead of you a bit, actually.
If I see them, like, just sort of wandering around, as like eyes on the other entrances.
Do you heed that switch and turn and like kind of protect the other barrier or door, or?
I'm talking to the policeman.
Oh, okay. Then they're gonna move like so and like so. They know that the other mocks are back where they came from, so they're checking out this door here, and this one's heading towards that door there. Okay. I would like everybody to go ahead and make me. Bear with me, check.
Proud.
What?
You said make me, and I said proud.
Make me proud. Go, everybody, do it right now. I need you to do that right now. No, I need you to make me a resist drugs torture check, please.
Oh, neat. I've had to do that once.
DV's 15.
Not one of my strong suits. I'm going to give luck to myself for this.
Before you roll.
Yes,
Sure.
before I roll.
Never touched the stuff myself.
Oh, I'm high as shit, boys.
Oh boy, you are.
Oh, good. Wait.
Okay, so if you beat a DV 15, no effect. If you didn't beat a DV
Yay.
15, this is what happens, and we'll be ending this scene on this one. But just real quick,
Does a negative
Oh,
3 beat a 15?
which
it doesn't.
poor baby.
I guess it is a higher negative integer than 15 would be, but is the wrong direction. Switch, you'd be the first to see it. What appears to be a ball drops from the hole in the ceiling above, and when it hits the ground, it bounces, and everybody hears it. It's like a bing, like a metal bing off of the concrete. It flies straight up in the air and stops, breaks open in half, and shoots two portions of it, and a massive, loud, and bright flash fills the entirety of the entire room. You are ear damage and eye damage, and I'll move those on to the people who failed before next session for 1 minute. And those of you who are not would see 3 shadows rappelling down very quickly after the detonation with weapons on them.
1 minute? Wow.
Yeah, welcome to Cyberpunk.
It's a long time.
Okay, thanks for watching those that did. We will begin next session with the Einhand conflict, first fight. Should be exciting. See you next time. Have a good night.
Okay.